I'd explain later.
We're good? Hey everybody, welcome to Quest and Quips. My name is Mark.
I'm Steven.
These
I'm JJ.
guys.
I'm
These are
Brandon.
my stars
Kenny.
for the day. Kenny was on a Quest and Quips episode a while back. His character was unfortunately killed by this man. Not character. It was the wizard that transformed his character. Go look at last season. You did kill him. You killed the only way to turn him back.
I did warn you about that, though.
Okay. Anyway, last we left off, we this is season 2
Here's your
premiere.
recap.
This is a recap time. So we started off in a tavern, and most everybody here had met. Steven's character had met Tanner's, which is Tywin, and let's see. I'm trying to think who all from the original group was still around. I think JJ was there.
I actually joined.
Graham.
I actually
It
joined
was like the
last.
second session, maybe.
Yeah, second session in, and there were some Fight Club moments that happened. Tanner murdered some halflings. Ah, dude.
You know what's weird?
I knew that was gonna happen.
It didn't touch my character sheet.
It got really close though.
It touched
touched his.
It
It
touched
got-
his. Oh no.
Look, I'm good.
He also.
It didn't
Yeah.
get in the
I'm
floor
good.
either.
I guess here.
You hold that. And
Yeah.
I will figure this out. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Just don't let that get in the floor.
The first blunder of blunder.
Yep. It's
The
a
first
long
blunder of season 2.
It's not on the floor.
Oh god.
This is why we need sippy cups.
Speak for
We're gonna
yourself.
go get
It's really bad.
Those
It's,
cups they have for kids that are non-spillable.
it's really bad because Brendan has kids now, so he might actually get.
kid.
Okay, he has a kid, whatever. But just to keep
Dear
explaining.
God. Just dump these on the bottom.
Oh god, I forgot it's gonna take out half the boat.
No.
No,
Yeah, it's gonna get soaked and just soak into the table.
yeah, that's the
It didn't get on
It
anything.
went right through
right
the
under
mic
it.
too.
That was really impressive.
It hit almost nothing important.
Except for his character sheet.
Yeah, it
The
hit.
very bottom of the tripod.
Oh, it did get a little bit of it. Right there.
That part's not bad though, because this part all screws apart. It has nothing to do with the microphone, actually.
Anyway,
So we're good.
there was a whole issue with the Fight Club, and then
My guy joined, dismembered a body.
yeah, Steven brought him a dead body and was like, "Here."
In my defense, I did ask him what he wanted me to do with the body.
I just said do something with it. So
Yeah.
he did
And-
something with it.
The first
Well-
that came to mind.
Lo and behold, he's like this guy tries to lie and say, "Oh, my friend went home. He was sick for the night." And Judah goes, "I'm gonna reach into my bag and I'm gonna throw his head." And we're like, "You have his head?" And you're like, "Yeah, no one told me what to do with it." We're like,
Actually, remember, I made you guys roll a perception check, and the actual guy in charge noticed the blood on my guy's hand.
yeah, because he was
He
like,
was just too scared to pull
yeah,
it out.
he was too scared to like actually call you out on it because you intimidated him. And you're like, "What?" Because he's a ginormous, giant man.
Here's an image: 8 feet tall, 400 pounds of muscle.
Of like white eyes. Yeah, I'm knocking everything over. I'm trying to get this up so it doesn't like completely soak in the table.
Basically, imagine if the great
That part
Khali,
of the
the wrestler.
table's unusable now.
Yeah,
Basically,
that's
imagine if the great Khali with the super soldier process.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. Minus, well,
anyway.
yeah,
to make
mostly bone structure.
Yeah.
anyway, to make the tavern story long story short, it burns down.
He didn't do it.
You kind of caused it.
Wait, wasn't it?
Not directly.
Steven's like, not directly.
He said, "I want to roll to prove you wrong."
Let's see,
You can roll.
I gouged an orc.
Yeah, you did gouge an orc,
Yeah.
like a half orc.
You probably expected me to use a weapon, didn't you?
Yeah, and there was they had names. We nicknamed them Bitey and Rapey.
Oh my
For
god.
2
Funny
seconds.
story, though.
That's a funny story behind that, but let's just say that our dwarf in the party about had a real bad time.
So, you know,
How unusable is
it's
he?
only that one. This
Well,
one's
that's Well, you
The
can
new
just-
one's not messed up.
Can you still read that one?
Yeah.
How
It's just
wet?
gonna have a pink stain on it. Well, I had it in front of the heater, so it,
Oh, it works.
it works a little bit. I mean,
Okay.
it's still kind of a little wet. so
The
just
boat's a
don't
little
touch it.
effed.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Shark
You only,
attack.
you only need so much of the boat.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fine.
Yeah, it's
probably
fine.
not gonna be on.
it's just like a little rowboat now.
we're probably not gonna be on it much longer anyway.
Then you guys made it to the tunnels. Started making the tunnels. That's when we had a dark elf join us, Dalek. And so Brandon wasn't there for that one yet, and Kenny wasn't as well. But the biggest thing that the takeaway from this experience was that Steven contracted a little bit of vampirism, and I say only a little bit, like a tiny dab.
And
And,
I used severed hand on a glyph.
You did, and I
That did
really was
happen.
like, oh man, I should have made a trap for that.
I thought it was funny. Like, why'd you use the severed hand? I was like, I don't know if it's booby trapped.
You're like, I'm not gonna stick my actual hand in there. You're like,
Then he's like, think of that.
yeah, I was just like, man, I should have made a trap for that. Anyway, then there was, so I'll skip some of that.
We're gonna go
We've-
grab some more pizza while I'm
Then we made it to Luskin, and that's when
Ruckus.
Brock was introduced, and he ran a bar called the Golden Dragon, and the Golden Dragon Inn, I think is what it was. Like, it was a bar and like inn place. Like, the player characters slept there for like 3 days almost because they had been venturing hard for quite a bit, and let's see. And then you guys were told by... Oh, yeah, there was a guy named Bran. There was a guy named Bran who asked them all to join them for a purpose. I won't reveal the purpose because I'm going to allow the players
Ow.
to reveal to newer players what that purpose is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Steven, hint, hint.
He's not in here.
Yeah, I know, he's not in here. But, I'll reveal it to you, Kenny. There's a heist. There's a heist that's being planned, and Bran, this guy, has basically hired. Basically, he got together this ragtag group of like people who didn't know each other, but they had special skills, and was like, "I need you guys to help me break into this vault."
All we gotta do
Like
is
a
tell
mid-
Brandon about it is Brandon heist, and he's
Yeah.
gonna be
He's like,
in.
Yeah.
Imagine it's like a medieval Suicide Squad.
Yeah, funny part was Tanner was so against telling Brandon. He was like, no. He's not in yet. we're like, he's Brandon now. Like, no, he's not in. And Brandon's like, what?
He's gone.
Thank you. Yeah, don't tell Brandon. Braun's still alive. He may
Well,
have...
he already knows.
Oh, do you see it?
You mentioned something about it earlier.
Well, I mentioned Braun, and he was like, Braun, that... He's like, I know he probably... He's like, I know Braun killed that dog, probably. But,
Probably the luckiest pirate ever.
yeah, then, there was a whole thing where you guys had to try to curry the favor of the Arcane Brotherhood, which was a mage guild in Luskin. And then there was the pirates that you had to curry favor with, like to try to build some sort of resources for the heist. That's the point when Brandon first showed up, which ironically he walks in the door. And that's when the
He
whole...
also
talking
grabbed
about
a
me?
drink with the top on it, so he didn't spill it.
A lot better.
Let's see. I technically played dodgeball with a cannonball.
You did play dodgeball for Cannonball. Actually, if we're being totally honest, the pirate Braun played literal dodgeball and dodging arrows left and right in the battlefield. We haven't got there yet. There was a whole conversation with the penis. Brandon?
No.
Brandon was part of that.
Look,
You were part of that.
because nobody else would. None of y'all would talk to it, and I had to.
And I had to carry his unconscious body.
Yeah, you had to
So,
carry
and
Dalek.
I refuse
Dalek
to
was
talk
the
to
one.
anything like that that's near my shoulder.
And let's see.
Nobody
Then
else
there's the
talked to.
blacksmith. There's the blacksmith shop. You're so bitter about that, but
I am.
yeah, you have a walking stick that does some wicked damage.
You expecting me to touch it?
Well, no, I'm not going to touch it. You're like, how much shake your hand?
No.
No, the blacksmith made some new equipment for the party, and then they went off to talk to the Arcane Brotherhood. The Arcane Brotherhood, in turn, had a initiate named Warren, who they sent out to let some of the party in. Oh, and Dalek fired off a crossbow bolt that was modified with alchemic fire, and it ignited the field that Zed,
Yes.
Tywin, and Grimm were all on, and Braun. Braun was there too.
Can you imagine if Graham was next to him?
He probably would have killed him.
Yeah.
So, Solvin and Baracus
We were
turn
next to
around.
it.
Solvin and Baracus
Yeah,
turn
but that
around to see him
Baracus
do it, and
and
he's just like,
Your guy.
and they're like, and then basically Steven goes behind him and chops him in the back, like the neck, and knocks him out. And
I
everybody,
actually argue with like, what the heck do you think you're doing? You see that big guy out there? Towering over all of him? He's gonna kill you.
because all they saw was a bolt go, it hits and ignites in green fire
I
and
did the
lights
most
it.
badass intimidation.
Oh yeah, you did like that.
ever.
Oh yeah, you still need an inspiration die for that.
For what?
For the
And then I brutalized the guy who's in charge of that fight.
Make sure when you get into an inspiration die, make sure to write a 1 in inspiration, and when you use it, you erase it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I'll give you another character sheet later to actually redo that if you want.
Remember what I did as
Might be
Graham?
a good idea.
Yeah, and Grimm did like this awesome like dash thing across the field. Almost,
Ninja
yeah, he did it completely in stealth. An 8-foot tall, 400-pound barbarian
with the shield.
With the shield, he got close up and he was like, ah! The shield caught fire. And he barrels he just bashed his way through there, like full speed. He's dashing the whole way, raging. Just he gets all the way in there and smashes through. Starts fighting the gang leader. Basically breaks his leg, snaps his leg.
I toyed
And
with
the
him.
guy actually stood back up. He actually stood back up. And that was,
Briefly.
briefly, then Grimm kicked him down again. He was like, stay down. It was pretty good. And Tanner,
In my defense, he
God,
intimidated Goliath.
Tanner brutalized a poor guy that just basically tried to intimidate Tanner by making fun of his beard. And Tanner's like, you, I'm coming for you specifically. He's just like getting past everybody else. He's just like, I am going to kill this man. But I'm trying to think. I don't want to like go over everything, but I just want to do. I'm gonna skip some of this so you can go back and actually watch it. Guys, a great video.
Yeah.
But to skip ahead, the Arcane Brotherhood, they sent them to the graveyard to deal with a problem of theirs, and it was basically a lich.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very famous lich named Arkleen Greeth. Gareth? Greeth? I think it's Greeth. Greeth. It's Greeth. Okay. And he was there, and he had a defense system there that when you spoke a spell word, a certain spell phrase, if you spoke it correctly, which is actually what Jedi managed to pull off, he set off the trap.
Yeah.
Even the lich was like, that's literally the one thing. You have to speak those words. That was the one way to activate the trap. And so basically the Arcane Brotherhood screwed them over because they were working with Roland. Because Roland makes that comment at some point in the video. Go back and check that out. Because he's just like, they screwed me over. And decides, because Tanner convinces him at some point to more or less go murder the Arcane Brotherhood and go take Dalek. Because that's where they left Dalek's body. Which he was still alive. And, and to skip a lot of the fight.
Let's see, the orc barely got a hit in. The zombie thing.
Oh, the ogre. The ogre
He
barely got hit
barely
in.
got hit because it kept freezing the ground under him.
And he kept falling over.
It was a little unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you figure out that tactic, you're sitting there going, fireball, fireball, fireball. Now, then in the whole confrontation on the boat, after getting the phylacteries and trying to make the deal with, like, Brandon won over the Kingu, which I was actually not expecting because Kingu typically hate Aarakocra. But you managed
Mostly
to
out
pull
of
it off.
envy. Ain't that right? Mostly out of envy.
And mostly have envy because they can fly.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
and he found out Grimm killed most of his people.
Yeah, either that revelation, especially when you guys figure out
The look
inside,
on your face was just like,
because
I forgot.
you're like, oh, I forgot this. No, but
Which
when you
granted,
figured
you
that
did
out,
forgive me about that.
I did.
you did. You did work out to the point where you were like, even if you didn't forgive him, you were like, we're gonna deal with this later.
Yeah.
But let's see. So you basically were trying to deal with kobolds, and they had actually had both of the lich's phylacteries, and that's when you guys figured out there was 2 lich that were there, not just 1, 2. And
one was the girlfriend.
yeah, and
I'm well informed.
then to basically skip over most of the zombie ogre fight, at the end of it, a woman.
I got a hit in that fight.
You did get a hit in. You got a couple of hits in.
I'm proud of that.
But after the fight, a aquatic-seeming woman with tattoos all over her body,
Faye.
completely naked, bluish-green hair.
I was gone at this point.
Oh yeah, you were gone.
This is new to me.
This is new information.
Hold on.
Yeah, she basically materializes out of mist, and Tanner sees her, and basically she doesn't seem to speak, but she holds out her hand, and Tanner's hand, the golden hand, actually opens. Like he actually flexes his hand open, and the axe falls, and then he kind of can close it and open and close it a few times. He's like, and she moves her hand away, and the hand closes back up. So basically, like, she could do something with that hand. So,
Well.
Then
and
there's that one part I remember.
and
This
then
one.
and then there's the part where she keeps trying to offer Tanner a bottle, like a cask of some kind, like trying to offer him something to drink, and he finally, before that, because Baracus decides he's gonna go investigate this, because he's like, I don't trust this. So before then, Tanner's like, whoa, wait, I'm gonna take out some of my silk and I'm gonna clothe you.
Because Tiffany was sitting right here.
Yeah, because Tiffany's fiance is sitting right there, and I'm gonna clothe you to save you from the pervert over here. And the woman like looks down at the clothes and like,
You're not watching calling you a pervert.
yeah, we finally figured that out, by the way. We'll tell you later.
Yeah, I'll let you know about that later.
Basically, she mistook your character's name for the half-orc rapey's name.
Oh.
Yeah, she thought that was your character.
Oh.
And she's like, stay away, stay away.
That's why Heather was accusing you of being a pervert.
Yeah, and then like and then after he did that, afterwards, because the woman tried to offer the bottle again, and the girls tried to take it and immediately took it away. And so Tanner finally is like, he looks at the camera like, listen guys, I know it's a trap, but I have to. And he takes a drink. And at that point, you look over at this point in the video and you see Jedi completely facepalm.
Yeah, I was like...
And he's like, you don't accept things from Faye.
And he did do that one thing we didn't expect.
Yeah,
he gave her something.
He gave her something. He actually gave her clothing. And in some of the Faye community, that can actually like... Because usually with if they give you something and you take it, like if you eat something from them or drink something from them, they can claim a sort of bit of ownership over you.
Yeah, they can call you in for anything.
Yeah, they basically could ask you for any favor, like, or they could literally own you as a slave.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Yeah, it's really messed up. It's especially worse if you're in Underhill because you can't run, you can't leave.
But you can go out that door and instead come in where the closet is.
Yeah, you just open back up like, oh crap, I'm still here. Now, then but when he gave her clothing, he initiated marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And Tiffany's right there at this point, and you kind of watch her go, "Excuse me." But at this point, the female looks like a creepy voice goes, "I cast sleep," and that's how she spoke. And cast sleep, and Brockus fell asleep. Lady Trickfoot was enough out of the way, and Steven was unaffected completely.
Yeah.
One because of your undead and two because your elven heritage, because it did not affect you at all.
Quick question: would Grim be immune to that?
He would actually be immune to that.
Long story short, he's a revenant.
Yeah, he's an undead kind of
undead, pretty much.
Yeah. So anyway, Tanner was kidnapped. His character's kidnapped, and now we're dealing with the aftermath of all that. So we're going back to the boat And the last thing they did, they were surrounded by guards, and there are still Roland's hounds on board somewhere on the boat. So we're going to get into this right now.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
So...
And there's still those two people that want on the boat.
Three.
That
There are
want.
three.
I thought Roland left.
The Roland did leave, but there is... Oh. Here you go, Kenny. You can sit your guy right about here.
Who used
just lay him
Aquaman?
down.
I remember someone using
Right now.
Aquaman.
Heather.
Oh.
Heather and Tiffany did. 'Cause that was what we originally were using for Warren. Anyway, so we start back on the boat. There's tense moods all around.
I assumed we were starting there, so I started messing
Yeah,
with the character sheet
I
for the other
figured.
one.
I figured. So there's a bit of tension all around. You can now see that the three guards are waiting on the dock. The dock. Actually, go ahead and Grim and Zed, go ahead and roll for perception real quick. Do you need some dice?
Yeah, I do.
Roll
Crap.
this one.
Can I reroll? I bumped a...
Yeah, I didn't see it, so I'll go ahead and reroll it. Ooh, rocking a 4. Okay,
16.
16.
Heck yeah.
You see on the dock from earlier, Grim, about where you landed, the dock looks slightly caved in.
I know what I'm going to do.
And Zed, at this point, you're
It's
too
like a
distracted
crater.
by the fact that you notice something really wrong with Stabby. He's just sitting there twitching on the ground uncontrollably at this point.
And I do remember I did bust out my shield when those guys were here.
You did bust out the shield.
Yeah.
So, at this point, you the group, the one of the guys looks over and he goes, "Let us on the boat now, and this will not be too rough for you."
Oh yeah, because we pulled the.
You pulled the
drawbridge,
drawbridge. What say you, Aarakocra? Will you let us on the boat?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
At this point, you now see that the three people aim crossbows at you guys, and they go, "Can we change your mind?" That didn't work. At this point, you no. They didn't fire. No. At this point, you heard something down below sound like it fell on the stairs, leading up from down below, like it tripped very hard. And at this point, let's see if those guys heard that actually. Three of them. That one didn't hear crap. Alright, that one did not hear anything either. So one of them looks over, the one that was kind of talking earlier, goes, "What's that down below?"
You want to know?
Yes.
You really want to know?
Open the door slowly. That one aims the crossbow directly at Zed.
Did we open the door? Are we gonna do it? I don't know.
First, remember I said I was going to try to intimidate him?
Yeah, you can try to intimidate him. Yeah, you can try to intimidate
If
him.
you do not leave, I'm going to skin you dead or alive, turn your skin into a pouch, and put your skinless bodies into the sack to show people what happens when people stand in my way.
Dear God.
Roll for advantage on that.
Okay. 15?
No, roll again because you get a nat 20.
Oh, no. 16.
Okay, so at this point, you see the man's obviously unnerved. He's not running for his life, but he's like, he kind of starts lowering the crossbow a little bit. He's like, "Open the door. I can't leave. Just open the door. I'm gonna lower the
It would have worked if I
crossbow."
got a nat 20.
He goes, he has the crossbow. He's not let it go, but he's kind of letting it droop a little bit. Like, we just want to know if our master's hounds are okay. If they're at the door. If he's calling them right now, you don't want to be on the other side of the door holding them back. Believe me.
Technically, you are also on the other side of the door. So what does that?
Well, we're not as close as you.
I can fly. Yeah, what do you got?
I have a crossbow.
Come on.
I have a hammer.
See, with him, it's okay. Because he's huge. You...
At this point, you hear groaning at the stairs. Like you hear a low.
Freaking Braun.
Yeah, I knew that would be that reaction.
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if there's any heavy objects on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, the mask.
18.
18.
You can see large barrels of. You're not sure exactly what's in it, but you know it's a liquid of some kind. Actually, no, you rolled 18, so you can see that they have a symbol on it that symbolizes oil. So you know there's about 3 oil barrels, about right here to you on the boat.
Where's the people?
Where's the people? The people. Let's see.
On the dock. Right.
They would be
I'm
this
assume-
way.
I'm assuming they're like right here somewhere.
Yeah, I'll say that they're. Let's see. All right, Finn.
You can use Lex Luthor.
That was Baracus.
Not anymore.
Oh right, I forgot about that. Anyway, they so you now see remember initiative hasn't been rolled yet, so as soon as you do anything to cause initiative, we have to roll initiative.
Oh, I know. I'm not gonna do it yet. It's like
Okay. So at this point,
I'm knowing my choices.
At this point, you hear. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and try this one. You hear a low growling coming from below deck. You hear that they're kind of far away from you, so they're not directly below you, but you can hear it somewhere below deck. It's really silent, and you can now hear a slight low growling from far away, almost multiple low growling. Let's see. At this point, he goes, Arakakra, just open the door. If it's not the dogs, you can close the door.
I think I know why he's not asking me because I'd scare him.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm not gonna ask.
Neighbor.
We'll open the door.
Okay, open the door. So you're gonna turn around, here. And are you gonna open the door? Are you gonna kick down the door? Are you gonna?
I'm just gonna open.
Just to prepare, I'm pretty sure they probably won't hit me. I'm gonna put my shield up and take my hammer out. Just to hold on to it.
Maybe you'll if you have the hammer, yeah, you can just kind of be holding the hammer.
Oh, that's what I meant. I was just gonna hold it like this.
Okay, you can hold it like that. So it won't exactly hold it. So you can go ahead, open the door. You don't have to roll to open the door. You just gonna open the door. As you open the door, you look down on the ground to see Braun laying on the stairs. You see blood quite leading up the stairs, and you see his semi-conscious body laying like about 3 or 4 steps away. It looks as though he was trying to get up the stairs and he fell. And are you gonna check on him, or are you gonna like show the guys like what are you gonna do? Oh wait. Go ahead, you keep going. At this point, Braun like mumbles, like that's all he mumbles. That's all you can understand from him. You can roll perception and try to see if you can understand what he says, or you can.
Think I should give it a shot? Perception.
You can give it a shot for perception if you want.
13.
13, or what's it's perception? So that's whatever you get. What you have in
12 plus
Wisdom.
5.
So 17, and what is your wisdom modifier?
None.
So 13. So you had 17. 17, you heard him say, "I have the apparatus." You remember the thing
Yeah.
you got sent down below
I
for?
forgot it was down there.
He actually, like, you see him try to maneuver over, and he's holding what seems to be this strange steel circular thing. Like it's almost like a ring, and it has like these two pieces in the middle to hold something in it. And it's a way to use the phylacteries by just holding them. You can actually use them. So he looks up, and as he looks up at you, you see his eye is completely gouged out. And he has blood right now in his face. He's like, "Hey, Zane! I don't feel so great."
Meanwhile, I didn't hear any of this.
Did we win?
It kind of.
That's great, man. I lost a lot of blood.
You look like it. Yeah.
I got bit a lot. Two of the king crew are dead. They ate him, man.
How did you get away?
I killed one.
Oh, so you did kill one.
I think it's dead. I mean, I stabbed it a lot. It was still moving slightly, but I think it's dying. I think I'm dying. I don't know yet. Is it Wednesday? Is it still night? Is it still nighttime? Could you find my wife? Wait, I don't have a wife. A sister? No, I don't have a sister either. My mother, she's dead.
You know what? Let's just save this for a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, are we good? Like, are we good, man?
Yeah.
I got you the apparatus.
Yeah, we're good.
Thanks. At this point, like, Braun kind of like, I'm gonna lay back down now. Is that cool?
Pretty sure he's already laying down.
Toss that up here before you lay back down.
Oh, yeah, okay. He's gonna try to hand it to you.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, he hands it to you successfully. He's like, he reaches up, like, I don't know, close the wrong eye.
Even half dead, this guy's good.
He's just like, this way he goes, if you get like a potion or anything, that'd be nice.
I'll check. Just hold tight, okay?
Yeah, that's cool. At this point, you hear behind you, what's the hold up? What's down there?
It is just a pirate that I hired.
Pirate.
Yes, a pirate.
Bring him up here.
He is kind of like half dead. I am not carrying him.
Roll for persuasion. At this point, they all leveled their crossbows back at you and said, "I didn't ask. Not really. It's rhetorical. Bring him up now."
I really don't want to. Because if I move him out of the way, whatever else is down there is going to come up here.
Are you telling me that, or are you telling the guys?
I'm talking to the guys.
Oh, you're talking to the guy. Okay. He goes, "You worried about the house?" At this point, you notice one of the guys next to him trying to tap that guy. He's going, boss. He's like, and finally he's like, "What? I'm doing something right now." He goes, "It's fine." He goes, "Is there a second fire?" He's like, listen, at this point, you see the guys looking over. He's actually looking away from you guys. He's actually looking overwards, and you can see near the northern docks, there's a big fire happening. Like a large fire at this point. Like, it's huge. Like, it's bright enough that you can turn around and you can actually see the glow from the fire. So they're looking away right now. I'm not trying to back in, but this would be the perfect time to try to do something, because they are not looking at you right now.
I put my hammer on its head, set it next to me.
Okay.
And I pick up one of the barrels.
Okay.
Pretty sure you won't.
Well, I'm just gonna let you finish what you're gonna do first.
Anyway, I'm gonna pick up the barrel. I'm gonna toss it where they're standing.
Okay, I need you to roll a athletics roll.
To throw or pick it up?
To throw it. Not to pick it up.
Someone said shit.
Not that much of a douche. Well, I can make you roll to pick it up.
17.
Yeah.
You chuck
I'd
the barrel.
succeed.
As it goes flying, it smashes into the dock. It breaks it for the most part, but it doesn't shatter it. It doesn't splinter the wood. It breaks enough where they all step back really quick. They go, hey, what's happening? Hey! They aim the crossbows back at you, and they're like, actually, let's see, Zed, do you want to try to... Actually, well, you've already not launched initiative, so let's just roll for initiative.
3.
At this point now, while this has all been going on, Stabby, you have been getting visions from your god. You and the other Kinku have on this ship been worshiping in secret the god of murder, Baal. He now has chosen you as his cleric in this world. He speaks to you in Abyssal, which you can now understand. He says, These are the ones I need for what I wish to do with this world. Help them. They will bring much murder and pain and suffering.
Especially the big one.
Especially the big one. I see darkness around him. I see death, both outward and inward.
Dear God, that's
The
deep.
monk, the monk has much pain and rage. He will cause many deaths. He has already. All I ask is that you convince him to do this in my name. Could you do that for me, Stabby?
I like
Yes.
that his name is actually Stabby.
Actually, I looked up Kinku the other day, and they actually have very, like, typical names of, like, usually it's whatever they kind of do. Like, there's one that was called, like, Skipper. Like, there's one, like, Skipper Sail Slapper.
Sail Slapper is the one
That's
I thought
That's
my
a
name was
last
Sail
name,
Slapper, but I was like, nah, Stabby's fine.
So basically, they're kind of like Argonians, where sometimes
Yeah.
they get names based on what they do.
Yeah, that's more or less.
I will not repeat what I named my
And at this point,
Dear God.
he
He knows.
you
Yeah.
didn't feel a force reach out to you from the darkness and bestow upon you a power, and you snap awake to see what's going on around you. You see, you basically now see, kind of take from what's going on, and you see, you have heard the barrel hit the dock. You don't know entirely what's going on. What you do remember is that you were just fighting Kobold, and you were pelted with many slingshot, rocks. You see, you roll perception real quick. You're still quite dazed from
He's
like
down.
you're still
That's not the
seeing
best
like
for my first roll.
you're now seeing like stars more or less, like you're still trying to get your bearings. But
By the way,
go
when we
ahead.
roll initiative, do we add something to that?
Yeah, you should have initiative in just one of your things.
His character sheet's kind of weird.
oh, mine's 4.
Usually it's your dex modifier. It's just yours would be a 4.
Okay.
Wait, yours is only a
Oh
4?
wow.
Oh, okay. That works. So at this point, you can let's say roll for another perception roll.
4.
You
This is
can
great.
tell a fight is about to happen, but you don't know what exactly is happening. So go ahead and roll for initiative, along with everybody else.
12.
12.
14.
14? Okay. We'll go ahead. Do you have the chalk, Steven, perchance?
I can get the chocolates right here.
I need some chalk. That's 17.
Dear God. Hey, my hair's in here.
That's
That's
It's all
weird.
purple and junk.
Oh,
That's
wait.
how I can tell.
But Stabby,
It's very.
you say you had
14.
14. Grim had 17 because you had the +4.
Yeah.
What did you?
21.
21.
You over there.
Bet you wrecked.
21, and I'll go ahead and roll for these 3 guys real quick. Oh, crap. Let's see. This one gets a 22. So that one gets a 8. And that one gets a 15. I don't know why I did that. So that's Leader Thug.
Leader thug.
Well, the guy that's basically like ordering around. I'll put
making
Idiot
fun.
1 and I'll put Idiot 2.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Right. So in pecking order wise, the Leader Thug is going to go first. So he levels the crossbow bolt at you, and he's going to try to hit you with it.
Hear him.
He's going to try to hit you because you actually threw the barrel. Also, he's looking at, if you had to assess the situation, he's looking and seeing, okay, only one of those is big enough to throw that barrel.
Like I could be like,
he goes to pull back. He goes to reload. He goes to fire, and the drawstring snaps and hits him in the eye. Let's see. I need.
so now he has a broken bow.
Let's see. That's good.
I'm all close combat here. Like they're on the boat, or I'm on the boat, and they're on the
You do have a
dock.
quarterstaff.
One
Just throw my quarterstaff. Yeah.
D8.
I thought you had daggers or something.
No, I had.
You have darts.
Do I have darts?
You should have darts.
It should be somewhere.
Didn't you have darts? That's
We
what-
should all have throwables somewhere.
Yeah,
Even I have a throwable.
Yeah.
A javelin.
Yeah. Okay, I got 10
You have
darts.
darts.
That's
I
a
got
little
darts.
bit of a throwable.
Let me look up darts real quick.
How big is my guy?
Yeah, darts.
So
To
how
me,
about-
that's probably a
Hey,
long dart.
A dart will be a 1d4
Okay.
for like dart. Go ahead and write dart in. That's some of your ranged things. A 1d4 plus 4.
I'm glad I have all that written down right here.
Plus what?
That's plus 4 should be. All right, so go ahead. I'm trying to find a d8 real quick.
I wish I would have brought my dice. I thought I had them in my car.
I
like
thought I had
always
my
do.
car. I don't know why I didn't have mine. I could have swore I packed them. Jay, you have a D8 real quick. Because I'm pretty sure you're not going to be against it because he's basically... I do. I just don't remember what the D8 looks like.
I don't either.
Yeah, okay, this one. This one right here.
Professional stuff.
Yeah, we are...
It should look like that right
I was gonna say I'm looking at mine
Right
now.
here. I don't know if that's a 9.
Alright, I'm going to grab this.
In my
That
defense,
might
I
be
don't
my
have
10.
perfect eyesight.
That's a
Oh, cool. Yeah, right here.
So...
I was like, I know it's in here somewhere.
No, I looked at this and I was like, wait a minute. That's got a 9 on it.
Leader,
Yeah.
Thug. So you're
I have
going to
100
roll
of that.
real quick. Because the string broke.
I have
it's not-
this.
So it's
I'm
going
not
to take...
sure what that would be. You got double
It's
zeros,
just a
70,
string. I
30.
would have done a D4.
D4, you think?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
D4
'cause
is
just
fine.
a string, it's not like it's a spiky.
Yeah, he's not gonna hurt himself that
bow.
bad. Okay, let me go ahead and write these guys' hit points real quick.
See, I'm fair. I don't try to cheat.
Mine are special.
Even though even though I'm playing with a broken character.
No, not at all.
Okay, so
Could
he
kill 6 people
rolled
in
a
here.
3, so he's gonna take.
There's a dog hair on the table.
So he's gonna take 3 damage from that. You see the string is snapped and it smacked him like right in the eye. He's like, ah! He has dropped his crossbow at this point.
I know
So,
what that feels like.
Zed, it is your go.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna throw a dart.
Okay, you're gonna throw a dart at him. So go ahead and roll for an attack.
Do I add anything to that?
It'd be your dex modifier. Or is it just,
18.
Alright, so let's see. 18? Yeah, you hit it. So go ahead and roll a
D8.
no, it's gonna be a D4. D4 plus 4. So you did 8 damage to the one that misfired.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that one. That's the thug.
Okay.
The leader.
Yeah. So he is down. He has completely fallen down. The dart has pierced his face. He's going. Ah!
pretty bad.
And let's see. Idiot number 1 is going, at this point, he's looking down at his boss, and he goes and lifts up his, he's going to try to hit Zed.
Obviously.
With the crossbow bolt. That is going to be, it's going to be an 18.
19 is my armor class.
Oh, it misses.
Wow.
It misses. The bolt shoots right past you. You dodge it, and you're just like. He's then going to try to move. Let's see. This is the leader. He's fallen out. He's going to attempt to back up and hide behind his leader.
His fallen leader.
He's gonna like. He's gonna tilt him up and use him as cover.
Human shield.
So his AC for temporary will increase.
Also, he'd probably have a disadvantage on shooting because he's
Yeah,
holding him up.
he's having to hold him up, so he would have a disadvantage.
Up with it.
I did my homework.
I actually have 2.
All right, and so if that's him, Grim, it is your go.
Okay. For the heck of it, I'm gonna kick down the drawbridge.
Are you gonna kick down the drawbridge?
I'm gonna go after him.
All right.
I would just step off the boat, but
Just
You can
make
try
it more
to jump.
dramatic.
James, if you want to jump, you may want to. This would be a time to possibly fly into a rage.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're gonna do it, you might as
I
well.
could.
You're gonna fly. If you're gonna use one of your rages, go ahead and mark off your rage.
Okay.
It gives you advantage on strength rolls, and it gives you a bonus to attack and resistance to certain damage types.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Bludgeoning, piercing,
So
slashing.
just to jump off.
You want to jump after him, so you don't want to lower the. If you want to lower the drawbridge, because if you lower, it's gonna take your action.
I'll leave it up.
You're gonna leave it up, and you're gonna try to jump at them.
Mhm.
Okay.
Break the bridge.
You bad DC of 11.
You can
you're gonna
fly.
need.
Why do you need a bridge?
And you're still on the boat.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm still on the
Not
boat. I was just
big
saying,
deal.
'cause it's already cracked from when
19.
you jumped down
Alright,
the first
you
time.
I held that one like a boss.
You leap forward, and are you gonna try to attack?
The way
Where did
you
you
said
leap,
that.
or are you going to?
Just
All right, so you got. So who are you gonna aim
Slam
at?
it down.
Who are you
I'm
aiming at
actually
right
missing
now?
about
the whole
there.
under him.
You're gonna aim at the entire dock.
Yes, the whole under him.
You want some?
Where he landed.
I mean
the first
directly
time.
under him. Remember, there's little.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll
I think I got.
the D20 again,
you.
and
Hey,
this time this is for like an attack roll.
And,
The DC is
Dr.
going to
Pepper
be an
cherry.
8, so you'd have to severely miss this.
3. Wouldn't I have to actually add something?
Yeah, your strength.
I made it.
No.
Okay, you
It's
made it?
plus 8.
Oh, okay.
I'm using my hammer, so I
You
get.
are using it. Okay.
Yeah.
So just barely, you almost miss the hole, but you make enough contact, and the whole dock goes down. So you fall in the water along with them, but they are now bobbing within the water, including this guy.
It probably comes up to my knees or waist.
Yeah, you are. This is dock, so you're about standing to your waist in it, but they are definitely bobbing back and forth now. Like, let's see.
Now, do I need to stay on the boat or?
You can do whatever you want.
Uh,
You can deal with what's down in the docks.
I don't want
I'm
to.
pretty sure I have what.
Stabby, it is your go.
I think I'm not even sure.
I knew I was gonna do something epic.
Now, if you have any questions at any point, feel free to ask.
It's
Because you have
Odds
spells,
are-
and you have a short bow as well. You do have a short bow.
Oh yeah, I'll just shoot him with it then.
Okay, you're gonna shoot him with a short bow
Yep.
shot. Just make sure you mark off that you used one of your arrows. Yeah, I don't know if I wrote down arrows or not.
No.
No. You have 20 arrows, so go ahead and write that in.
this is what I like
Write in
about
that you have 20 arrows.
This is what I like about Graham's sheet because it has little.
Thing where it shows you can fill in a little thing for how many you have.
Yeah.
Make sure you mark off that you've used one of them. I just put like a 1 right below it because you're hopefully you're gonna try to retrieve it.
Right.
I just remembered something. I have to erase one of my hand axes.
That's right. You did lose it.
Yeah.
He did
I remember
fling
that.
it off. He flung it off the boat like he missed when he was trying to hit someone.
It's okay. I still killed 6 people.
Is
in
it
one
still
hit.
flying at this point, or?
I wouldn't be surprised.
roll the d20 real quick.
I'm pretty sure you threw it as hard as you could.
15.
You, as you look out for a moment, you can hear.
Just-
Does that mean it circled the world? Or?
It's only been like 10 minutes at best.
Not since I threw the axe.
When did you throw
Was
the
that
axe?
before the cult balls? That was before they came on the ship, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? No, I thought you
No,
did.
it was like right when it started. There's no way that was 8 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, the rounds of combat only go 6 seconds apiece.
There's that.
You weren't in
Don't
combat
spill
too
that.
terribly.
I'll try not to spill it.
Do not. Anyway,
Don't pull me.
My phone.
There's a reason he's using a lid.
Sorry. Go ahead. So you're gonna use short bow.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who are you gonna
I
aim
don't
at?
trust myself.
There's the guy
I'll
who's
go for the leader.
You're gonna go for the leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still down with a dart in his face.
You should have a plus next to your the attack bonus is what is actually going towards. You add that to your d20 roll.
Oh, really not?
So there's an attack bonus right next to your item.
Oh.
Plus 4.
Yeah, plus
19.
4.
You've hit it.
Yeah.
And then there's a damage die
Is
that
it
tells
use-
you.
Is it the
I
4?
didn't even pay attention to that.
Oh, 1d6.
The attack bonus
So
was
it's
the
the
weapon.
dice.
3.
Because
The damage, your arrow goes, and you can almost like hear Ball in the back of your mind go, "Stabby." He goes, "Are you going to say it?" At this point, then you notice the arrow has penetrated his skull, and Ball goes, "You could have done that in my name. Just say it." Ball goes, "I'll let it go this time. You're still dazed." But the leader is officially dead. He has an
But
arrow.
wouldn't they all be in his name?
Right?
You could offer them his name, but you've not done so yet. You still have you've taken the action. You can move, or you could use a bonus action. You could.
Oh, so I could probably shoot again.
No, you've used an action, so you can use a bonus action.
You can probably
is,
move.
You can move, and you could say something. You can use perception rolls or anything like that to try to gather your surroundings if you were trying to look for something, maybe.
No,
No?
no.
You're good. Okay. Alright, so, no, you're fine, man.
He's just the truth.
Okay, that was that. And idiot number 2 in the water is he's going to try to crawl back as far as he can. He's going to not crawl, but he's going to try to swim as far back as he can towards land and try to get up there. So he's going to try to use his. See, he's going to need at least about. I'm going to give him like a 15 to succeed. He's trying to. He's just got knocked in the water. He does not. As he's trying to swim, he keeps getting turned around.
Meanwhile, my guy's person going.
He's watching as this man's flailing. He's going, he can stand.
He just
it."
keeps on watching.
He's
He's
doing
just going around in a
circles.
circle.
I just got one on.
So he's dead. So it circles back around. Zed, it is your go again.
I'm shutting the door on Braun. I'm sorry. He has been a good pirate, but I'm shutting the door. I'm not letting those hounds out. That's,
Actually, you mentioned that.
Damn it.
You're good.
Yeah. Okay.
He forgot all about it. He said it.
Shutting the door.
Braun's like,
I'll deal with it later.
"Hey man, you got the healing potion yet?"
I'm about to get it. We're about to leave, so I gotta shut the door, okay?
Yeah, no, it's still good. Hey, do you got anything to drink?
No,
Water?
not-
Do you got water, baby? Don't get parched.
I'm actually pretty sure every one of us
Do
has
we have-
water.
You
We
should have
should.
water or
Like
like
adventurers
you
pack.
should have
I
healing
just have a bunch of
potions.
alcohol.
I
should
have-
have
I have an
healing potions.
explorer pack.
Yeah, I have the
Is that-
Explorer pack. Is that
You should have like a canteen of water in
okay?
there.
Well, I'll toss in the canteen. Whatever.
Okay, go ahead and try to toss him the canteen. It lands directly in front of his face. Like, he's like, thanks, man. Shut the door. Okay, that's your. That I'll use that as your bonus action. I won't count that as your main action. So you have a movement and you have your main action, your attack action. Now they all are in the water at the moment, so
He's over there with him. I can leave it to him. It's
okay. Go with him.
ain't gonna...
You can use.
He knows how this goes.
Go ahead and roll actually for perception, real quick.
+5.
+5.
18.
You can now see from far off that it looks as though there is a ship burning. That's what the fires is from far off.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And you can hear. Oh, actually no, he's unawake, so I can't say that. But more or less, you know, it's you seem to know that there's something about a ship you should remember, but you can't think of it right now.
I think I know what it is.
And so are you gonna move? So you're just gonna stand your ground?
Yeah.
Okay, you stand your ground. Okay. So it moves on. Passing water. It moves on to idiot number 2, the one, idiot number 1.
Hiding behind him.
He's trying to hide. You remember, he was basically trying to hide behind the dead body. He's going.
They're in the water now.
Yeah,
So.
he's basically bobbing behind him, and he realizes he uses it as a shield. It's like, I'm so sorry, Ted. Can't save myself. He pushes off him. He's gonna try to swim towards the edge to get away from Grim. He actually makes it to the shore, and he's climbing up, and he's made it just to the top. He hasn't stood up, but he's made it to the top, and he's breathing heavily because he had to do a dash to
it's
get
my
there.
turn.
And
It's his turn.
oh, yeah, it's his turn now. Actually,
I use the exact same body he was hiding behind and throw it at him.
okay. Make an athletics check. DC 15.
Okay.
50.
You take the body. It was like a +8, so it's 23. And you take it and you pick up the body, and in one motion you fling the body towards him. Roll a D4.
Okay.
Sorry.
Don't you have my D4?
Yeah.
4.
All right. Florida. Sorry. 4. So yeah. So 4 damage is done to. Where did I send him? Say he's about right up here. If I'm gonna use this real quick for land. So he is taken. You hear a grunt out from him. He's like, Ted, no! Ted, I'll tell your wife you were brave. And at this point, Stabby is to you. Now remember, you do also have spells, and you have cantrips you can use. That cantrips don't count against your actual spell slots for you to use. When you use a spell from level 1 or level 2, those slots, you have to mark off that you've used a slot. Now, you have all your slots right now, so if you have any questions about any of those, feel free to ask. The cantrips you can use as many times as you want per day. Like, you can't use them more than once in a round, but you can. They won't count against a spell slot.
Yeah.
So, if any of those pique your interest, tell me.
Would be that one.
What's that?
Toll the Dead?
Oh, that's actually a good one. Toll the Dead, actually, I will show you real quick, because actually I screenshot that one, because I figured that one would come up at some point. And it's actually an incredibly good cantrip. It's actually part of some new material. So screenshot, Toll the Dead. You point at one creature you can see within range. The sound of doorless bells fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on the wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage. So you are gonna it's gonna have to succeed. You're gonna need to try to, so you're gonna cast it. Go ahead and roll to try to hit him.
10.
It's your wisdom modifier.
3. 13.
You hit it right. You hit him right on. So okay, he's gonna try to roll against your wisdom modifier. You should look in your spell thing. You have a wisdom. I mean your DC. So pull your sheet out a little bit more. The Death Cleric one. You should have a DC on there. What I need to
spell
make?
save DC 13.
13. Okay, let's see if he makes it. So wisdom save. He does make it. So let's see, he doesn't take. I'll say he takes half damage. So roll a d12, and he'll take half damage from it. Even though I know it's probably not really for the rules.
One
damage.
He takes 1 damage from it. He hears bells for a moment, and he sees his life flash before his eyes, and then he just feels like a slight pain in like his shoulders. Like, so he takes 1 damage from that. Which one did you aimed at? This guy, right? I figured.
That would trip me out.
So, not the severest of heart attacks.
No. But you did actually. Toll of the Dead is one actually interesting one. So the next. So are you gonna move, or are you gonna move to try?
You
to
close that door on.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Oh, that reminds me actually. Wow, this die is like seriously cursed. Oh, let me check that real quick. Okay, just checking. Sorry, I was making sure it wasn't like.
Count. He was just
it doesn't count. It doesn't count. I was making sure like the die wasn't like truly screwing me. Okay.
Loaded.
Okay, so idiot number 2 is now going to reattempt to try to swim to land. He makes it somewhat, but he's still not there. So Grim, I believe you were right about here off the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to circle back around to Zeed.
Oh man, are we gonna keep this boat?
Might as well.
At this point,
You
you
don't know half of it's gone.
you didn't hear Braun from inside. He's trying to say something to you. Roll for perception to hear him
Through the door.
through the door.
Not opening.
For the sake of it,
Plus
I'm gonna roll 2.
Plus 5.
14.
For the sake of it, I'm rolling perception
You're
too.
too far away for this because
You are
he is
off the
behind.
boat.
You're off the boat. Stabby, you can actually roll for perception because you're close enough. You are technically off the boat.
18.
You actually hear from yonder. And he goes, "If you need someone to sail, I can sail the boat. I know how to sail. I'm a fucking pirate. I'll do it for booze. I'll do it for gold. Man, I'll do it for booze and gold. I would love that."
You have only one eye. What do you...
I know guys with no eyes that can sail as long as you got someone to tell you which way to go. I know how to run a ship, man. I've been doing it for years.
Yeah, there's a difference between sailing and navigating.
Yeah.
So he's like, "I'll get back to you on that. I'm gonna puke real quick." So it's back to your normal turn. So do you have any idea what you might want to do? You can roll for perception to look around the ship to try to see maybe because the ship might be a little damaged from the fighting from earlier. Or you can check to see what the amount of damages are to see if the ship's sailable or not.
We'll go with that.
So I will take that as another perception roll. That was cocked, I'll say. Okay, here.
You got 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, you got a 14. You can see for the most part there. It wasn't too hard of a DC. I really was gonna make you get a 10, but you see for the most part that the ship has some superficial damage, but it seems sailable. It seems perfectly sailable. It just looks pretty rough. At this point, Grim, you can hear within the Sending Stone a loud commotion, and you can hear someone say, you hear someone start to cast a spell, and suddenly the Sending Stone you can no longer hear from it. I almost as if somebody dropped it on purpose. I was going to say Brock just basically does that so no one else on the other end of the Sending Stone would be asleep because it works as a walkie-talkie more or less. Yeah. So anyway, you can tell. So you gonna do anything else? Are you gonna? Actually, everybody on the ship and water, go ahead and roll for perception real quick.
16.
16.
Did you add your modifiers?
I don't get a modifier for
You don't?
perception.
You got 16. What do you got?
I had 12.
12?
Do you get
okay.
a bonus for
Yeah. I think he had his bonus plus 1, I think. Wisdom?
Wisdom
is plus 3.
Plus 3.
Okay, so
15.
15? Okay, you all generally notice that a large, almost mist kind of hurricane goes trailing off a part of Luskin. Looks to be about near the Arcane Brotherhood Tower, but it just kind of goes peeling off into the water. Just takes off like a bat out of hell. And it's just cutting through the water. For the most part, you can see it's going off in a general direction. But it's too dark, you can't see it go when it goes out too far. So, it's still your move.
I'm aiming for the one in the water, or the one that hasn't made it to the shore.
Okay. You're gonna aim with your dart, or you're gonna try to fly over to him? Because you can make. I would say you'd be able to make the distance to reach him.
Nah, I'll just throw a dart.
Okay. As you went to throw the dart, it goes into Grimm's shoulder. Roll a d4. 4 damage. At this point. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. You're a big target. You're a big target. You can't blame him that much. You are an 8 foot tall, 400 pound. This is like 120 pounds wet. Tiny guy. You're like, it'll just be done later. You should just be down to 28 hit points.
Yeah.
So, that's your move. It then jumps down to Idiot 1, who is right at this moment underneath the dead body of his former captain. He's going to try to crawl away right now. He's going to try to stealth away as much as he can.
Would he have a disadvantage?
He's going to roll for disadvantage. So, I'm going to borrow this real quick, Glenn. 16 is his lowest. So he is starting to now crawl away. He's going to make it about this far. For the most part, you haven't intentionally noticed that he's moved because you're more focused right now on this guy who's been floundering around in front of you. So make sure to keep up with this and don't roll it unless you're going to use the inspiration from it. Basically, when you go to roll something, before I say if it's good or bad, like if you know it's going to be really bad, you can roll that in place of it. You can add it to your roll.
Okay.
So
let's say you have to roll a disadvantage on something. Maybe.
You could basically spend that inspiration to make it a straight roll.
Okay, I got you.
Instead of being like, I'd be like, oh, it's disadvantage, but I'm going to give up this die to make it a straight roll instead of kind of taking disadvantage. Anyway. That's going to be his move. It's going to go to Grimm.
Okay. First off, a perception. See if I can spot him.
Okay, so you're going to try to spot...
Oh, I'm still going to attack the other guy. I
just
know where he is at all times.
That's fine.
No escape.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I have to succeed?
I would say 14. Okay, you got it. You now see that he seems to have snuck off in a way. He's trying to look like he's trying to look as small as possible, but even though he's doing a really good job, you can see him.
Probably see.
You can see him. You can see him breathing just slightly, but he's trying to look very inconspicuous right now. It's not working, so that's a bonus action.
Now I'm gonna roll to attack this guy.
Okay. Now, you also roll for advantage. I think let's say strength saving throws. Never mind. Go ahead.
Normally, I'd probably get disadvantage in water, but since I'm
Yeah, you're over it. So,
yeah.
let me look.
Anyway,
So keep going. I'm gonna look at the barbarian thing real quick to make sure I'm doing this correctly.
put this way: thanks to the bear totem, I get advantage on most strength checks.
Well, you actually we haven't fully leveled up yet.
Thought we did.
We got the level, but no one's done a long rest yet, so we don't have the extra benefits yet.
Okay.
Actually, Kenny's the only one that's technically a level 4 right now.
Yeah, the rest of us haven't really done any of that on our sheets.
Well, Jedi has. Jedi actually has.
3.
I'm saying that right now because no one's taking a long rest. I'm counting it as not yet. So you keep going. So you
Yeah, but at least you know what your
Yeah.
stuff was beforehand.
Strength checks. Okay, you when you're making are you making an attack with your melee weapon?
Yeah, my
You
Hammer.
gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels, as shown. So, what's the bonus to the damage roll? Oh, okay, you have rage damage right now. So, what level was Grim? He was 2 originally,
Yeah.
right? Once you roll for damage, add a +2 to that.
okay. First to attack, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it. 15 plus 8.
You got him. Roll your damage, so it's going to be... Are you one-handing it or two-handing it?
Two-handed.
Okay, it's a D10.
Yep. Okay, now the 10. Which one's the 10?
That's a 12.
12.
That one,
It should have the 9 and a 0 on it.
I'm assuming the zeros counts as a 10.
Yeah, that's a 10, obviously. You can't give 0 damage unless you miss.
2.
So, 4 damage you do to this one guy. What?
Oh, I just wonder if supposed to add strength to it for damage.
No, it would have been... What is that? Let's see. That would have gone towards your original roll when you're adding it, I think. Want to say attack bonus?
Trying to make this smaller so I can put it behind it.
Yeah, it's a +6. Okay, you're right. So it's 6 plus 2, so it's 8. So you've done 10 damage to him. Okay, he's looking severe. Like, you come down with your
That's pretty
warhammer
decent.
and you crack him basically in the
There you go,
spine.
Mark.
Hey, it's
I'm
Western Quips. You have
I
brought
pretty much
down.
played whack-a-mole.
You've come down really hard on him, and you hear him gurgling in the water. He's still alive, but he's gurgling at this point. He may be paralyzed. We're gonna go now.
I just remembered I could do that.
We're gonna jump
Wait a minute, we're
to
using the green
Stabby
screen.
real quick. So that's your go. What do you want to do? At this point, you now can hear back in your head Ball going, "Seriously, are you not gonna consecrate this at all in my name?"
I was actually going to I strike that guy. I was going to try to shoot him for the death hit.
Okay.
And the guy I'm standing in front of, or this guy over here?
He goes, "I'm waiting."
I'll go for that guy over there.
Okay.
Oh,
What-
can I
what-
see him or no?
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that guy.
You can actually move forward to the edge of the boat, and you don't have to roll for disadvantage on the shooting. So
Okay.
yeah, so I'll just move you forward. It don't take. You can still shoot, obviously.
Okay.
Now, you're gonna shoot with a spell, or are you gonna shoot with a bow?
Arrow.
Arrow. Okay.
And also, you want to do it in your god's name?
5.
5 plus. What's your dex? What do you add to the attack bonus to the short bow? What do you add to the attack
Oh, yeah.
bonus?
4.
9.
Also, he has a proficiency in it. Wouldn't he also add the +2?
That is. Oh wait, you're right. I may have messed that part up. I did it on the thing. It should have already added the +2 to it. Anyway, we'll just say for now. So that's how I got it from the thing, the app. So that's I literally copied it down from the app. So you just missed him. Like the arrow soars and it hits the bank. It stabs into the bank. Ball goes,
As long,
"Curses!"
as long as it didn't hit me.
It does not hit you. Are you gonna try to consecrate the rest of these people into the to Ball? Like you can offer their lives to Ball, even if you don't kill them. You are with this party.
So I offer whose lives?
And, well, I mean,
Like, wait a minute.
The people were fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not us.
I was
Not
like,
us.
wait a minute.
proclaim it to Ball. See,
I don't think I got qualified.
you're gonna roll for
My guy's
charisma. You're
already
gonna roll a
dead.
straight charisma roll for this.
I was about to mention that.
You're basically doing this for persuasion.
I'll consummate that guy
Well,
right there.
The one who's pretty much
The
on
one
the
that's-
stage.
You're gonna say I offer that man.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah,
close to dead.
so you offer that man to Ball. Go ahead and roll. You add your charisma modifier to it.
11.
Plus
0.
Ball is satisfied. You hear a sound of contention inside your mind, but not much else. Like you're probably for a cleric getting a lot of attention from your god. Usually not this much, but Ball does not have many clerics. That's just trying to hands-on approach, more so. But that's your go. Dear God, I do this all the time.
Death cleric is not a thing you see very often.
No, they're quite rare actually. And it circles back around to Zed. Oh, actually, before it circles back around to Zed.
Nope.
Jesus Christ! 3 again!
3.
That's 16.
I'm not
It's
complaining.
16 again! What the hell? You know, you just got luck on your side right now. Okay, go ahead.
This door. I need to barricade it somehow so those
Okay.
hounds don't get up.
So you're gonna sacrifice Braun?
I already shut the door, so I mean, that's pretty much there.
How are you gonna sail the ship?
Actually, can't Tanner do it?
Tanner.
Tanner got
He's a pirate.
kidnapped.
Oh wait, you guys don't know that though. You guys wouldn't know that right now.
Well, not those characters.
The characters themselves don't know that,
I wasn't
so
here for that.
you weren't here for that. So the characters are not. So you guys can barricade. You can barricade the door if you want to, but your characters don't know that.
Dear God.
You don't like bronze. I mean,
I
I
like
mean-
Braun. I do.
Which, granted, you could open the door, pull him out, then shut it.
that would take your whole action, though.
It
You
would.
would. It would
Which,
take your
granted,
action.
you're not needing much in this.
I was
fight.
gonna say,
Yeah.
if
I'm
you
not
do
gonna
that,
try to
though,
throw another
it's not gonna
dart.
matter.
So.
Which is probably still sticking in my guy's back.
You literally stabbed him in the back.
Maybe you really were still feeling some resentment towards the whole murder.
He's still a little mad.
Okay, so are you gonna try to barricade the door, or are you gonna try to? Because right now you cannot operate the knowledge that Tanner has been kidnapped, because you guys wouldn't know that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'll pull him out. I
You
guess I
gonna pull
won't
him out?
sacrifice him this time.
This time.
All right, so go ahead and roll to open the door with stealth.
17.
Okay, you got it. So you open the door quietly, and as you do, roll for perception real quick. Okay, you hear
+5.
You hear not at the bottom of the stairs, but you can hear in the room that's like the hallway of the stairs. You can hear probably about the end of it. You can hear like paws hitting, like kind of walking slowly, and Braun's like, "Hey man, what's up? Hey, yo, this water is amazing. You got any more? Like, oh man, it's so good. Hey, what's been going on? Is there anything we could do towards this?
You said you know how to sail, right?
Yeah, I know how to sail. Do you want to roll for insight just to make sure he's telling the truth?
Yeah.
He was already.
DC 12. Okay, he is unequivocally telling the truth. Like,
Okay.
he is being surprisingly sincere. He's very sober right now. He seems drunk, but he's lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Okay, but does he know how to navigate?
Yeah, he knows how to completely operate
Okay.
a pirate vessel, like it's a ship. He knows how to operate a ship. He's lived on a ship most of his life. He knows how to operate one. So he's like, "Need my help? Hey man, I could really use that healing potion right now."
I'll get you out
Dude,
of this door
wait.
and I will give you a potion.
Did we talk about this already?
Yeah, yes, we did.
How long have I been in here? Hey,
I'd say a couple seconds.
I smell something. At this point, you notice a look of fear, and then Braun gets really quiet, and he's like, "See, pull me out. See, pull me out. See, pull me out. See, pull me out. Please.
All right.
So you reach in and grab him and pull him out, and you shut the door. He goes, "It was down there. One of them was down there. I can smell it." You see him like suddenly just like he has like shakes to his hands from it. He's like, "I just watched it eat one of the Kenku." He's like touching at his face, and he's like, he can actually finally feel his wound. He's like looking at his blood. And he's like, he's sitting there shaking the majority of the time. So that's gonna take.
Now we have a sailor with a PTSD.
Yes. I don't know whether grabbing this guy was worth it or not.
Okay,
Alright.
so that's going. So you have a movement still. Are you gonna try to?
Can I give him a potion?
You can use a bonus action to give him a potion.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll to do it. So
Okay.
it's 1d4 plus 4. He is now back up to 4 hit points. So his wound has sealed up.
So he's not going to bleed out.
He's not gonna bleed out anymore. The wound has actually sealed for the most part. He looks more healthy, but he's definitely still hurting a lot. He's
Right.
like he's sort of looking around. He's just like the eyes completely sealed now. He's just like, oh god, this is like the worst time ever. And he's like looking around real quick, and he's like, "Oh, they're dead. Good job, Zed." And that will be your turn for the moment. And we're gonna jump over to idiot number 1, the one trying to crawl away. He is actually gonna stand up. And he's gonna turn back, and he is going. He's going to try to plead with you guys for mercy. He's going to try to persuade.
Yeah.
He's going to try to ask for mercy right now.
Grim's over there. There's me.
You can
Different
roll.
story.
Oh, okay, you roll a 4. You don't have to roll
Yeah.
against it. He more or less starts whimpering like, please. Do with that what you will. That's Grim's move now.
Okay. With the guy in the water,
That guy is still alive, by the way.
probably barely.
Cracked him in the spine and he's drowning. Basically. It is a miracle.
Have you seen Alien vs. Predator?
Yeah?
Remember that little alien giant burst out?
Dear gosh.
What I plan on doing is picking him up and just snapping his neck with my thumb.
Hmm.
Well, by the way, he's not going to
I'm
fight
gonna
it because
say-
I'm pretty sure I won't get a disadvantage.
I'll say that you have to use your other hand to do it because your thumb wouldn't be big enough just to pull a predator.
Shocker. I'll do it anyway.
You basically are just going to grab him and you're going to attempt, so go ahead.
Actually, I could probably pull a Sub-Zero fatality.
Rip out.
Rip the whole spine out.
Do it.
Roll with advantage because he is clearly down.
That
You're
guy
gonna need-
surprisingly pulled it off with
You're-
Bacchus once.
drowning.
Just go ahead.
You know, this guy has
You
a lot
did?
of problems.
Roll again.
6. 20.
Nat 20. At this point, you're looking the other one right in the eyes. And you yank it out. You hold it above him, and you just point directly at him. You get blood spattered all over your face now, and you have a wild look in your eyes, completely just feral. So that's your move, Stabby. It's your go. That's what Ball goes. I like these guys. I knew I made the right choice.
Basically, just dedicate the death to your god every time
Right.
Grim gets ready to fight.
And that's why I went straight for him because
I didn't know that was gonna happen, but I'm totally cool with it. So this guy is a little far away for traditional attacks, so
He probably peed his pants though.
he probably
He probably
he's peed his
terrified.
pants. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something you can do.
What's this? Prayer of healing.
Prayer of healing. That is a. Let's see, is that a first level spell or is that a
Second.
Second? Okay. Alright, Tanner is on his way, by the way.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I just saw it. He said, heading to you guys. So.
Surprised you didn't say I'm pooping.
That's true.
He did do that once.
It's funny that I technically pulled that same stunt with Brockus once. Remember the little guys? Tore out that one spine, stabbed another.
You did.
That was my sorcerer.
That was a sorcerer. That was the little tiny sorcerer. He kept missing with his like walking stick,
which I called my forget me stick.
And so he was like, "Forget this." He like rolls like a 19. He's like, "Ah." Let's see. That spell is
he also
up to
drowned
6.
a man in lava one time.
You did. You drowned a man in lava.
Up
to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range. Each regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Oh, the mustache is up under
So this is really just kind of for like
where the hair came. I don't know.
It's a look. I say if you're looking to heal somebody, I would honestly use healing word, because I would try.
Oh yeah, that's right there.
All right, healing word.
For example, you could
actually
probably
just had that
use it
pulled
on
up, and I
our
don't know.
pirate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
You can use. You can use healing word. A creature of your choice that you can see.
1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
So, you can. It's. I'll just let you just go ahead and cast it. You can. Because he's a member of the party more or less, or like at least a not an enemy. So it's 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, so your wisdom modifier.
So 1d4 plus 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
6.
So 6 points of healing. He is now looking slightly better. He's feeling a lot better. He's not breathing as heavy anymore. And he's actually kind of semi on his feet now. He's like looking around. He's like, maybe I wanted to stay on the ground. And so, are you gonna move, or is that going to be your action?
I'll move back a little bit.
You're gonna move back?
Yep.
Okay.
Man, this is the slowest I've ever seen a fight.
I know. I was really hoping.
I mean, I'm letting him, because last time I threw a dart, it hit him in the back. So I'm not gonna try.
By the way,
again.
everybody gets one.
Gosh,
I'm not trying.
That's all right.
That
I mean, you did slaughter my people, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm only 3 foot. And I'm
Granted,
not.
I had control
I
of
feel
my
like you're
actions.
even now.
Okay.
I'm only 3 foot. I'm
At
not trying to
this
piss off a
point-
giant either.
At this point now, you can hear 2 sets of paws. Like, let's see.
Why couldn't you roll 3? So I wouldn't have to deal with this.
I rolled for the 3. I rolled for some of the hounds that were down there. And I rolled for each of them. One is not coming towards you. Now another one has joined that one. At the
One
stick.
should be fatally wounded.
There were 4 of them originally.
I thought there were only 3.
There were 4 of them.
Okay, wait, hold on. Break.
Oh, so I
Wasn't there like a whole bunch of like animals
There
down
were.
below?
So since I used that
So,
healing word,
you
do I have
know,
to
are they not gonna?
take that down 1?
How do you know they're not dead? Hold up.
JJ.
I
Do I need to-
I mean, true.
I need to take that down
True.
to 3 since I used that healing word.
But-
wouldn't I?
So
Yeah.
there's a good
The only
chance
ones
that the
that-
hounds could be damaged when they
I
come
don't
to
know as
you.
much as I should.
So they may be coming to kill you, or they may be
Yeah,
coming to
depends on
run.
who's-
True.
Got plenty.
There was a crap ton of them on the table.
Yeah, Mark,
I know. I was wondering
Mark,
where
put
they
him in
were.
the floor.
Okay.
What's up? Virgil?
Need a pencil.
We should have made sure everybody had a pencil before we threw them in the floor.
You need a pencil? Oh, you got one.
I've got
Oh.
So,
I really need to barricade that door. Though.
so at this point now, you could hear 2 of them coming up the
For
stairs,
Tanner later.
and now, and that's gonna be their move. You can hear them definitely on the stairs at this
I didn't know
point.
that.
Okay.
Something tells me they'll keep them in there at least until I get up there.
Yeah. I don't plan on letting him out.
So it's your go now. So you have Braun outside. He's up and standing. So he's looking at you like you want me to help? Like, can we do something? Like, what can I do? I'm feeling decent right now, man.
Okay. So I need you to make sure that this boat is ready to sail. Yeah.
Okay,
Whatever you got to do.
He's like, at this point, he like springs to action, and let's see. Actually, before he just springs to action, let's see how well he does it. He's gonna use acrobatics.
Leg on the way up the steps.
No, that's the wrong character sheet. I made him a character sheet.
He needs it.
Okay.
This is one lucky pirate.
We could forever start calling him Lucky.
He made it. And almost like a second sense to him. He starts redoing the sails. He starts unfurling them. He's running around. He's making sure to pull up the anchor as fast as possible. So that's what he's going to be doing during his. He's going to be prepping the boat.
Okay.
With pretty good efficiency actually.
That works.
And
we just need you back on the boat, and then we're good.
You do still have the hounds in the.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
That's why they want me back.
I'm gonna roll for perception to find something heavy to put in front of the door.
There is still those 3 barrels.
Those barrels
Well, 2 barrels
I
on
leaned
the
up
dock.
just a little bit.
Not dock,
The
but
background just changed color.
On the edge of the boat.
Yeah. So you want to try to grab one and move it over?
Yeah.
It's gonna be an athletics roll.
Granted, if I was you, I'd just roll it to the door.
Well, it's still your athletics. You're gonna have to try to move it. It's a pretty heavy barrel. You get you just like you basically pick up the barrel in like a adrenaline rush, and you just run it over. Just to place it in front of the door, I guess.
Yeah.
You place it, shove it in front of the door, and you're like.
First there was my Naruto,
He said
then
no.
there's that.
No.
Okay.
And I'll say that's your move. Idiot one at this point is he's looking around.
Is that already Tanner?
I think it's Tanner. It's already 6:30, dude.
Oh, because remember he said last time he said I'm pooping, and then like 2 seconds later he walked through your door.
Okay.
Made
At
you
this
think if
point-
he was using your bathroom.
I think he
At this
said
point,
he was.
he,
actually.
At this point, he's trying to light a fire to signal others to come help. So he hasn't succeeded, but he is obviously trying to light the fire with flint. So
Is it my turn again?
it is your
Yeah.
turn.
Well, I throw the headless body at him.
I was waiting for it.
I'm still holding it. I didn't say I put it down.
I know. Okay, I'll just make an athletics roll.
I'm gonna have to switch to that stool over there when we
Yeah.
switch this over.
What would it have to be?
You have an advantage on strength checks, by the way.
11 plus
On
8.
top.
11 plus 8.
8. Okay, yeah, 19.
Buddy.
You take the body and you chuck it.
You're still kidnapped. So you're.
Do
I said you're
one-
still kidnapped. That's fine.
So use a
Oh,
D4
cool. I'm fine with
damage. Jedi just decapitated somebody.
4.
4?
I got 2.
Let's see. Let's see what I had his hit points at.
What?
4 damage. Okay. He is looking fairly messed up now. He's down on the ground and he's like he's going, not again! Why the bodies? So many! Please, gods, help me! But you like in the back of Stagger's on, you can hear. He's like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy his blood. You missed a lot.
His guy worships the god of death.
God of murder, actually.
God of murder.
It's
Yeah.
stabbing.
So,
It's
And
stabby, though.
so far,
Remember-
his god likes my barbarian.
He's basically just wants murder and chaos.
Look, you can see the best part of me.
Anyway, let's see. So that was your move. That is going to be Stabby's move now. That guy is basically over here. Are you gonna try? You can either try
what
to.
does
Also-
he have left?
He's
also-
pretty close to death.
He didn't drop the flint.
Dude, he's down. He has a body on top of him.
Still, he can do that laying down.
Well,
Not well, but he can still do it laying down.
He has to light something on fire. He's trying to light this signal thing on fire. So he's
But
not
granted,
doing
he probably
it
has
now.
disadvantage because it's probably wet.
Yeah, it will not. Well, no, it was on land.
Huh.
Basically, it was on the thing they brought. So it's your go. So you're gonna try to now. If you want to try to hit him, you're gonna have to try to get in.
Aw, dang
You have
it.
to roll with disadvantage.
My guys are freaking green.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. Sorry, real quick. Real quick.
Now they're black.
For lack like the soul.
I didn't even think about that.
Anyway, real quick. So, if you really try to shoot with a short bow, you're gonna have to fire with disadvantage. But I think some of your spells actually have a far reach, if I'm correct.
I know I have. Maybe I don't have anything.
Make sure you mark off the use for that healing word.
He did. I told him.
Because I asked him about it.
Let's see. Do you know some? I think you have a guiding bolt, don't you?
I think I've seen it. Yeah, it's another
Guiding
spell.
bolt. I don't see how far the distance is for that. He's pretty far. Oh, he's okay. You can make it. If you want to use it, it's a flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On the hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage. It's 120 feet is your range.
Alright, well, I'm going to go for that.
Alright, so roll to hit him. You're going to roll with advantage because he's on the ground.
Probably crying, going, ah!
Go ahead and see you crit, because if you crit, you're going to do double damage.
Oh, 19.
So close, man. You almost got that 20. Okay, so go ahead and get 4d6. Do we have... Oh, sorry, I have d6.
I have 1.
We got more.
I've got like 3.
Here's one. Yeah, yours are heavy.
That's good.
There's that one.
It doesn't matter as long as you hit
I
the
just need
guy.
one.
Okay.
I'll just roll one more.
Yeah, I'm putting new spark plugs.
I have plenty, dude.
Or the RX-7.
Well, I have one more.
I
right here.
just rolled it in my hand and it came up as all.
I'm ready for a new car.
Dude, I can't wait.
Alright.
If I get that RX-7 running, I'm gonna go crazy.
Add up your damage.
10, 13, 16.
21.
Jesus, you could have killed it with one hit if you had done that. All right, your guiding bolt, a red streak of energy shoots out from a symbol you're holding, a ball, and the bolt streaks and he explodes in a shower of gore.
I like that magical orb on that game, Assins.
A little bit, yeah. He he basically now has a hole in his back of the gore just split out, and your guy's going, I'm pleased. I'm very pleased now. So initiative is over at this point. Actually, no, that's not correct. There are still the hounds. I almost forgot about them.
Wait,
So-
are you guys still on the ship?
Yeah.
They had to kill the 3 guys that were there.
I'm the only one that's not on the ship.
Yeah, he
Oh,
jumped.
yeah, Grim
It's
is on
good.
the
I
ship.
killed pretty
Yeah,
much.
I'm like getting fucked by some goddess, I guess.
Oh. At this point, you now see the door fling open. It's busted through the door. It's knocked over the barrel.
What's
You
that
didn't have-
gonna be fucked up?
I don't think the colors are
But
bright enough.
you now see what looks to be you see I need to look. You now see a creature. It's almost completely black as night.
Just show him a picture of it.
Yeah. I need everybody except for Grim to roll for a
What the fuck moment.
wait. Yeah, one of those maybe.
I pulled out a dude's spine.
He did
Okay,
mark-
Sub-Zero, calm down.
I
That
actually
was
said
exactly
that.
the reference that
Yeah.
you used.
Did I bring up
Is it
my,
good that I got it and I wasn't even here?
Where's my Volo's guide? I brought it in the player's handbook. I thought.
I have no idea. Did you look
Damn
in
it,
your
Mark, this is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, there it is.
bag?
I was like, I have it. Damn it!
It's somewhere.
It's a new monster I just came across. I'm like, I'm going to use this. Let's see.
Yeah, you guys may not like that he has this new book.
In that case,
Disadvantage.
There's
Disadvantage.
a bunch of new stuff in here.
Let's see.
He found a bunch of things he liked.
Oh yeah, I did.
He definitely
Steven.
did.
Let's see.
is that the live stream on your phone?
What?
What's on your phone right now?
What's-
Oh, it's just the reflection off.
Oh,
Let's
I was gonna
see.
say if it's the live stream,
Oh,
it's a live stream
dark
Inception.
creature.
Can we do that real quick?
Actually, last time I did something like that, didn't it go crazy?
It did go kind of nuts. I didn't like it.
Really?
Because it changed it from.
It went from that
camera
to his phone.
What?
Kept
You
going
remember
back and
that?
forth.
No, I don't remember that.
He might have not have been here. That was at the beginning of the last,
Oh yeah, because you.
the last one.
I was pooping. Yeah. I sent it in the group chat.
You're like,
I'll
I'm
be there in a minute.
pooping.
I'll be there in a minute. I'm pooping.
Everyone's like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm pooping.
I'm pooping. Give me a minute.
I'll say it. I should have had this bookmark.
So we were all like, really late.
It is what the hounds look
Dude,
like.
I was an hour and a half
They're
late
mastiffs,
to work
actually.
today. I didn't even realize it.
What?
I was an hour and a half late to work today.
Oh, crap.
But it's okay, because I have to cut 3 hours, so.
It works.
You still working over at the MTV?
Yeah.
There it is.
I need to get over
This
there.
is what comes out
We're
to
about give us
greet
a pay
you.
raise. The dog?
That is
Yeah,
not
that's
what I
what-
want to fight.
That is
That's
what they
right.
look like.
JJ,
I
I
need
see
to get over
it.
there though.
The dog thing?
Smack me with the
Kind of
book.
looks like the dog.
It's gonna
I
be able
used
to
to
swallow
have,
me whole.
toenails and all. What's its name?
It's actually kind of cool.
Rover.
It's a Shadow Master. You don't actually know its name. But it's
I was
now
just hoping
on the
something
boat.
like-
Let's see. It's going to see.
I want its name to be Tickles.
It's going to roll for initiative to see what order it's in. 11.
Damn it.
So let's see.
Still before it. Okay.
So 13.
As long as I still go before it.
You still go before it. So you now get to go ahead of it. So
I don't wanna.
it's in front of you.
You need to get on the boat. I'm not doing this by myself.
I plan on it.
I mean, there's him
Wait,
too.
hey,
But
I have a serious question.
what?
You're a fucking bird. It's a dog. It's not really a question, more of a statement, but.
The fact of the matter is we need the boat.
Okay, do like some funky shadow SWAT dive bird maneuver or some shit.
As
Be
Tyler
like-
is, as Tyler
like
is
the-
here in spirit trying to speak to Z to give
Be
him
like that
advice.
bird off at Assassin's Creed and go down and attack that little antelope thing so I can pick up its pelt and make more quivers and stuff. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed.
I know the
I
feeling.
have a PlayStation 4, so I will set that up soon.
Then his bird keeps killing random birds.
Yeah, it did killing
Dude, is
random
it not
things.
so irritating?
He's like, why are
I'm
you
just
doing
like-
this?
I'll be like, follow the road. Next thing you know,
In
there's
the
like a
middle
herd of
of it.
antelope over here. Next thing you know, and then like 5 of them are dead, and I'm like,
like,
well,
damn it, Sinu, you gotta stop because you gotta turn around. Like, I'm not gonna leave the pelts.
hell no, you get off and you pick that shit up. You don't
Okay,
just
sorry.
leave
What are
them.
we gonna do?
Anyway.
You good?
I'm great.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm off work tomorrow, so I don't care. I get to work on my race car.
All right.
Red line tap.
Don't I have
No.
I have key.
You have key. You can try to use it.
Don't even worry about that, man. You got all that silk and rope. Just tie one of those 13 knotted things and yank it off the boat.
Okay, so you still have to try to grapple the hound if you
I
want
don't
to try
wanna do
that.
that.
I don't see that working out with his character.
It's gonna get my
Monks
wings.
are greater than cowboys.
Okay.
Whoa. I said cowboy and
What?
monk.
I forgot
Not
what my
Asian master karate
what
guy.
I used my key.
Not full grown man that scared his son's friends.
I forgot to write those down last time.
You should have two. You should have 2 key points. I think you've used
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, I used one the first time.
So you can use
I can still see a
one
bit
of
of
your key
green
points
around
for
your
flurry of
beard.
blows.
I know
I
it's gonna
think.
put like,
It does that to everybody.
What was it?
Flurry of blows is one of the ones you can use. I
Could
think,
you imagine
or
what
you
it
can
would
try
do
to
to
use
Tiff's hair?
evasion. Not evasion, but you can try to get a way to disengage
I
from
saw
it.
that.
No.
Flurry
Just
blows
once I
allows you
wanna
when
come
you're
in with
making
all
like
green
a
outfit.
melee
I know, I
attack.
wanna wear a
You
green
could
suit.
then do like a bonus
I've
attack
actually thought about
of
it. I
an
actually
actual
looked it up
like
yesterday.
you
I can get
punch
one
or
for
kick
$20.
at it.
Can I use my quarterstaff?
You can use the quarterstaff. That
Is it a
counts
mortar
as a
suit?
monk weapon.
Yeah.
It counts
Because this is the first time I've used the
find me
quarterstaff,
one
and I
of
feel
those
like
3X, and
standing
I'll-
at a distance and beating this dog.
Because I was actually thinking
So-
about it. I was like, I could just
It'd be
see
funny.
my best defense
Just
at
cut
this
some
point.
eye holes in
So
there.
Okay.
that's
So
that's what I'm gonna go with.
all right. So you.
Especially if I paid $20
Okay,
for
good.
it.
Go ahead and try to
Right.
hit it.
Plus
You
what?
got it.
Oh, okay,
It
that works
so
for
you,
me.
You get the number. I'm sorry. It was a dex roll, so it would have been +4, so 16, I believe.
Mhm.
So you still had it. Go ahead and roll your damage die, which is a D6 plus 4.
5.
So 5 damage. The Shadow Mastiff takes a whack into its muzzle, and it looks at you with intense hate.
You fucked up.
What else was I supposed to do?
Fly away.
No, it really does do that. Just as an FYI.
I think my screen's too bright, so you can't really pick up on it. That is kind of funny though.
I'm still looking at your dice.
5 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blacklist sin, dude.
They look like they're moving in there.
Oh wait, I did that wrong.
They're magical. They're magical dice.
Okay.
Some of them don't look like they're there.
So are you gonna try to move away from it, or are you gonna try to?
Yeah, I'm gonna back the hell up because
You
I'm
don't,
not.
you don't have to roll fast. So you're just gonna have to.
I'm not standing next to it.
Here's the edge of the ship.
Because last time I tried to fly, I fell on my face.
That's because you a stupid ass bird. You need to learn to fly.
Alright, so he's dead.
Which granted, last time you were trying to show off.
I was trying to show off.
Grim is your move.
I'm gonna just get back on the boat.
Okay, you're
No,
gonna
you need to swan dive and 5-star frog splash that little motherfucking puppy.
you climb up onto the boat and you now assess
None
the
of that made
situation.
sense.
Well, if there's anybody
now
out there
see-
that watches wrestling, it would have made sense.
Yeah.
You now have taken into account there's a. You got go ahead and roll for
Your fuck up.
roll for religion. Not religion.
Religion?
History. History.
Hashtag
Sorry.
Jesus.
I surprisingly win a lot of these.
Actually, roll for nature.
Okay.
Sorry, roll for nature.
Hashtag green
12.
plants.
12 wisdom modifier.
None.
You know they're creatures from the Shadowfell. They're not normal dogs. You don't know entirely much about them, but
They're
you know
not normal.
Obviously.
Well, no shit.
they're not. From
Thick,
the, you know they're
black
not from the material.
hellhound.
You know they're not from the material plane.
None of that is normal. Sorry.
All right, so you have an action still. You still have an action and a bonus action.
I believe so. All I did was got back on the boat.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. You still have, that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
know. You have that. So you want to try to attack the chat? Say go ahead and place something right here. I say this is
Just kick it back down.
I
the
just
steps
remembered
it
something
came
he
up.
probably forgot.
what
I still have to set the head and spine.
you do have the head and spine.
Come here, dog. That's what I do.
Whip it with it.
Whip it real good.
I could do that, but I'm also holding my hammer over my shoulder.
All right, so
That's
I mean,
like
you have to
skull
choose
against
one or the
skull
other.
just cracked.
I choose to, I guess, try to throw the spine like a javelin. Like, try to.
How hard you fucking throwing this damn thing? Spines move,
he is-
man.
I don't know.
He's huge.
I don't care.
I'm probably gonna
Shaquille
disadvantage-
O'Neal couldn't throw a fucking spine in the stage straight.
Actually,
You seen Shaquille
I never mind.
O'Neal?
Yeah, he's like
like,
9 foot tall. He's
Um,
actually an unlockable character on UFC Undisputed too.
okay, so
well, how about? Well,
are-
fine. How about
He
this?
really
How about I
is.
just throw the head over
more
to
you
distract it?
that's gonna take your action to throw it.
Somebody, can we
I don't
edit the
care.
star in there?
All right. So
I could do that.
I'm
roll for deception with it. I
Green
guess.
screen.
Well, first roll to throw it, and then we're gonna roll to see if
You
the.
can touch the
I'm gonna roll to
quest
see if the
equipment.
hound. falls.
Wow. 1 plus 8.
Okay, so you have
really wanna
that. You
get
basically got
behind the
that
screen.
one. So as you went to throw it, instead of throwing
Can't
it
even tell
far,
it's moving.
you basically end up accidentally spiking it into the deck of the ship and it splatters. Right, so we just
What kind of splatter are we talking?
we're talking like
Does it like
CS
splinter or does it actually stab
Looks
into
like
the
my
ship?
character.
it
Mark's
splatters because
Batman
he smashed there's bone fragments and there's
So splatters like climbing up a ladder, diarrhea splatter.
yeah
Okay.
yeah
That's
yeah.
nasty.
What kind of an analogy is that?
I don't know. Climbing up a ladder, you hear something splatter.
It's stabby's go.
God.
Plus, I
You
know
want
I
to
have
attack the
use
dog
my-
too?
Might as well. That thing's fucking rabies.
Kenny's like, no, I'm hanging back.
I'm little. They're just going to gulp me in one swallow.
Roll a d20 real quick.
Hey, I have a question.
12.
Your god says you might want to look into things about the Shadow Mastiff. You have something that can win.
Do you have a T-bone?
So, do you want to look into some history about them, or do
Can I
you
do
just wanna-
religion, or would it count as religion?
Yeah, look into religion.
Where you going? Oh,
Actually, it's nature. I'm sorry,
Oh,
it's
well.
nature. That's still
he
wisdom.
still rolled a 17.
Still wisdom?
Still wisdom, I think. Nature's still
20.
20? Alright, you know that the type of creatures they are, they have a weakness to sunlight or radiant damage.
How about silver?
No silver.
Darn.
There are spells that do that, though. So.
Yes,
Yeah, but I'm a
and he may
barbarian.
have used one already.
I don't think I did.
I started saying, I'm a barbarian. So I
Yeah.
can't. Technically you did.
Now I'm not gonna tell you which one you did. But
I can't even read that.
now you can ask about some of your spells, and I can tell you.
I know so far I used 2 things. I know
Okay.
I used Healing Word and Guiding Bolt.
All right. So which one are you gonna use?
I'm pretty sure you're not going to use healing word on a dog.
No, it'd be Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, please don't.
Guiding bolt. Okay. Go ahead and make.
Brandon's like, I will hit you.
Go ahead and make a.
He will take all his attention off that dog and kill me.
Go ahead and make a roll to attack it.
Stabby.
You should re-roll because he hit the blue ball.
Yeah, I'll let you reroll if you hit the blue ball.
17.
Plus, what was the modifier? 3? 20?
Yep.
Alright, you definitely hit it. So go ahead and roll 4d6 radiant damage.
Okay, anymore.
Where did mine
Let's
go?
do this one.
Go ahead and roll that for the damage.
12,
And it should tell you any sort of.
16,
Let's see.
19.
19? Alright. 19 damage. You hit it, and you hear it yelp really loudly in pain. So 13, you said? Sorry.
What was it?
I think it's
Oh, I
13.
didn't make...
19?
Yeah, 19. There we go. I was like, wait a minute.
That makes the difference. It's looking. It's actually sitting there trying to breathe really heavy now. Like it's sitting there trying to breathe, and so it's moved now. Because unless you want to move, do you want to move away from it? You
Yeah.
okay, if
I
you
want
want
to
to
move back a
move,
little bit.
move as far back as you can. At this point, it is going to use. It's going to use its ability Shadow Blend, which, while in dim light or darkness, the Shadow Massive can use a bonus action to become invisible. While if anything it's wearing or carrying, the visibility lasts until the Shadow Massive uses a bonus action to end it, or until the Shadow Massive attacks it, or is in bright light, or is incapacitated. So usually, as you're looking at it, it goes.
That's weird.
That's really weird.
I know my dad messaged me. I went to message him for some reason.
At this
And
point, you see
literally-
as you're looking at the Shadow Massive, it looks at you with like pain in its eyes, and it goes disappears completely, like cloak of invisibility style. Actually, while I'm doing this, let's see where the others are.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Oh yeah, I didn't look at this earlier. They actually have an advantage on wisdom rolls.
Oh, wouldn't you know it?
Reroll that again. 7, 13.
He had to make it difficult.
Okay.
One of them.
One of
more.
them has come charging up the stairs, and as it was, you don't see anything, but you can hear. You can hear something. You can hear something clamping up the stairs, but you don't see anything. In fact, you hear it as moved through the doorway, but you don't see anything at this point. So
I don't think those are perfectly flat.
okay. So it is now Zeed's go.
Don't move.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Yes, we are. Don't move. There you go. Just don't move.
Don't sneeze.
Whoa, no. Believe me, I'm gonna let you know right now. As fat as I am, and as hungry as I am, if you sneeze, I'm catching.
Look, I'm like laughing, so you might not
Yeah,
want to.
look, you're okay. Look, you're good.
Okay.
Just kidding. I ain't gonna do that. That'd be terrible.
He already spilled drink.
Yeah, he
on
spilled.
his thing.
That's why his. That's why his
Mountain
sheet's
Dew all
red.
over
Yeah.
the table.
Is that why this corner of the table's so damn clean?
Yeah.
Good job for helping us out.
Cleaning the table.
Cleaning the table. For me. Oh dear God!
Oh, there's dog.
Remy, you hear her calling you?
Look,
If I would have known that was the dog, I thought it was Heather. I was gonna keep the door shut.
Remy, come on. Come on, boy.
yeah, no.
There we go.
Sorry.
I thought I closed.
So
Okay, so this thing's like invisible now, right?
the other one is invisible as well. That came on the stairs.
Wait, the dog's invisible now?
Both dogs
Yeah,
are
it's
invisible?
got a move.
Okay.
I said you could hear it
Blend.
come, because while it's in darkness, it cannot be seen.
Hashtag bullshit. That's what happens
Um,
when you go to your pizza. You
I
miss
have a
everything.
torch. I use my torch.
Read the shadow blend. Shadow blend.
Oh god, it's hot.
I like my torch.
You
Light
can.
your torch.
You
I'm
can
doing
light
it.
the torch.
I'm
Just don't
doing
drop it because if you do, the boat can catch on fire.
It did bust through the door and knock a barrel of oil over.
Oh, that'd be worse.
Oh god.
That's interesting.
Just don't drop it.
Remember, I said everybody gets one. You burn the ship. I'm not going to
I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. They're invisible.
One's invisible.
You're going to use your action to light a torch.
Wait. What time is it?
Oh god.
It's like
It's
nighttime.
it's about somewhere close to 2
I'm
in the
surprised my
morning.
bolt didn't catch that
2 in the
all.
morning?
It's about pitch black.
What's the weather conditions?
It's
a little windy.
it's a little windy. There was a
Cloudy?
storm.
Cloudy? Partly cloudy? No clouds?
No, I think it's clear.
Clear?
It's clear.
Yeah.
There's no
That'd be
moon out
best to use
tonight.
for
That's fucking
the Dark
stupid.
Lord.
Oh, but there is that big fire in the distance. That put a glow on the ship earlier when we were looking at it.
You can see it
You can
in the distance.
see the
that-
glow in the distance.
But you can see the glow. But it's not close. The
How
fire's not
close
close
is the
enough to
port towards
affect
the
the boat.
town?
It's
Right off the dock.
it was right off the dock.
Well,
But
the
It's
dock
2
used
in
to
the-
be.
the dock used to
There's
be.
no dock, but
What do we
Uh,
do? Just pack up the dock and move it?
No, I destroyed it.
He destroyed the dock.
To be honest, you were there when that happened.
I know, I remember that.
Okay, so
Because it kind of did that whole Falcon Punch thing. Just make sure you don't drop the torch.
so you,
If
I'm
you
doing
light
this
it,
now. I
or
don't even want to light it because
just light it, and then
Making
your next
me
move to
nervous.
be, just calmly extinguish.
you can try to see if you can maybe do something to try to make the animal go away. Actually, wait a second.
Oh, where's Braun? What is he doing?
You want to ask? Bronze was getting the ship ready right now. He's still running around like
It's
a
funny
fever.
that that's going on while this is.
In the
He's not
background.
paying no attention to the hounds.
At this point, you go ahead and roll perception real quick.
Me
You
too.
don't hear.
Plus
Yeah, you
five.
can go ahead and roll perception. Stabby can as well.
16.
Good.
16.
Wow. Okay.
Which one is
So
that?
that's mine.
I'm going to just sit my plate down.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sitting down.
You both can hear a barely audible shrill noise right now,
That's your noise.
like a very faint whistle. And at this moment, you see both hounds suddenly materialize, and they look
Wait,
off
so
towards
both
one.
of them activated that spell?
Yeah, both of them had activated
Oh.
it. It's a bonus action they can.
So
take.
now they can't do it for another 12 hours.
No, they can't. They actually can use it as a bonus. No, they both look off towards one of the fires. The first one that Roland had pointed out was where the Arcane Brotherhood Tower was,
Fuck both of
and both of the hounds take off in that
What about
direction.
The third one.
And that's what I'm saying. At that point, you see one come hauling ass from below deck, and it's fully at strength, booking it, and it they basically run across the water, and they go.
It's
above
running
island.
so fast, it looks like Wile the Coyote.
And they-
Thank goodness.
and they take off, and they're gone.
Thank you.
I want to
Okay.
kill one of them.
So
Okay, there's
that's
still a
the
dead one
fucking
downstairs.
And take
I
off.
wonder how close it was
Braun
when
did
I struck
already
it.
actually.
We don't know
Braun-
if he's dead.
Hang
Huh?
on.
That other one, the fourth one. That
Braun's like-
stabbed the
Braun's
shit
like,
out of.
I'm pretty sure it's dead. Let me ask the Kinky real quick. Actually, you ask the Kinky.
Yeah, both of you can talk to him.
Yeah, you two talk to him. I'm gonna.
Wait, are they dead too?
No, only 2 of them died.
Oh, okay.
There was there,
I
there
forgot
was,
there was like,
there was almost 10 of them.
yeah. Okay,
So
we can do that.
you
That'll
both
work.
can go talk to your people. And at this point, he looks over at Graham. He's like, "I'm gonna need your help, big guy. How
Hey,
are
I'm
you
just gonna
operating
ask this
ropes?"
question. How many of y'all have got ship experience?
Ship experience.
Yeah.
Right now, one.
One, y'all fucked.
Braun.
Braun.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, Braun.
Braun.
you would be the only one on the
That's
normal
what I'm
basis.
saying.
I'm a pirate. Y'all.
Stabby
I
has
just
a
thought of
little bit of
something.
ship experience
The
because
most
he's been living
y'all
on
got
a
is
boat
like
for a while, but he is a little
boat.
boy.
Is he still asleep on the other side?
Who is?
Brockus.
Baracus. I thought I'm about to move over to you
Alright.
guys.
Well,
Okay.
So-
are we setting sail?
No, you,
So
no,
this,
you're
at,
not.
this,
Never
at this
mind.
point,
I'm not
he's telling him grab hold of some of the lines because we don't have enough crew members to work with yet. He's like, We're going towards where that spinny thing earlier happened.
Oh, yeah,
remember
On
that?
a Ferris wheel. God.
Little missed hurricane.
Yeah, missed hurricane. Do you remember that, Tanner? Maybe.
He wouldn't.
Yeah, you
Do
would.
you remember me face
Yeah.
palming
You
last
actually-
time?
Do you remember what happened afterwards?
Oh, yeah.
They watched your kidnapping happen.
That was one. They
Don't
saw
call it a kidnapping, but I got kidnapped by a half-naked woman. I ain't complaining.
I'm pretty sure she was fully naked until you covered her up. So
And
Fuck it, maybe I just got my soap back. We don't know.
I initiated marriage.
Yeah, technically you're married to.
No, you did not married yet.
On the way.
Wait, they need witnesses.
So you guys go sailing off towards that point. So now we're gonna move over to Sullivan, and Baracus at this point is waking up from his sleep. So go ahead and roll for perception real quick, Baracus.
Just kidding. Trouble in.
10. What's your wisdom modifier for Baracus?
This is why I
Change
always
the sheets.
carry 2 plates.
Just switch over to the Baracus one.
None.
You none. For the most part, you look up and you see Sullivan standing over the Dark Wizard's body, and he seems to be doing something. You basically see he's over the body, and he's doing something to the body.
it's not what it looks like.
Are you gonna try to talk to him, or are you just gonna?
Let him do his thing.
No. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is, stop till I get over there. Now I know what you're doing.
If you're gonna stick it in something, let me know.
As
Depends
Tanner
on what it is.
Only reason because he's
Sullivan,
half
would you like?
vampire.
Would you like to comment on what you're doing?
Hey, just remember, the only difference between necrophilia is about 30 seconds. That was a little dark, and you all had fucked up.
I watched your lips.
I know. They don't know what I said. I'm pretty sure they do know what I said.
Hey, I took my shirt.
She wants the D and D. So does that count as like
Double penetration?
double penetration, or just like
I don't
2
know.
for 1 hole?
Dear God.
Dealer's choice, I guess, in that situation. Anyway,
Shouldn't
so
that be receiver's
receiver's choice, I guess. Whatever. So Sullivan, are you gonna explain what you're doing, or do you just want to just be elusive to it?
I don't know. That's a weird way to approach the situation.
Okay, so what is he doing right now? Is he just like hunkered over, like molesting this neck of this person, or?
I mean, he only rolled a 10, so you don't. I don't know. If I had Lady Trickfoot's thing, I could roll it real quick.
Or is he? Well,
It
use
was
my
actually
dice
over
if you need
here.
Yeah,
Might be
I can find out what her wisdom is, and I can have her roll it.
It's the bottom one. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not spill that.
then probably have her tell me what is going on.
to. Nope.
13. For the most part, it looks as though that Sullivan is standing over the body, and there's blood covering him. Now
Yummy.
is what Lady Chickfoot can see. She said, "Hey, help! What the fuck are you doing?"
I'm eating, bitch. Leave me alone.
He's felt the hunger.
The thirst always wins.
Well, I mean,
If I learned anything from Blade, the thirst.
it's
always
only
wins.
been a couple days and it's starting to take effect. So
So as Sullivan turns around, everybody, Brockus and Lady Chickfoot knows that his blue eyes have now turned purple.
Wait a minute. Time out. I thought Stephen purchased blood from one of the Smiths.
He is not holding the blood.
Baracus is.
Brockus is, and
Damn
Brockus is unconscious.
Was.
Way to be asleep.
unconscious.
Does he want to try to offer it to him? I mean,
You wouldn't even have to offer it at that point. You just kind of throw it on the ground.
Lick it up like a dog.
Either that or like a no comment.
I mean,
I guess given-
are you
I
gonna
guess
try
given-
to are you gonna try to talk to him? I mean, he haven't really tried to say more than just like you haven't tried to say anything to him for a guy of charisma. You've been really quiet. You've been like,
It takes me a second to get into character, okay?
okay.
Whatever you're doing, stop. I got that blood from the butcher shop.
That's fine. It should have been offered earlier.
Like 24 hours ago.
I was unconscious.
For 24 solid hours?
More like 10 minutes.
It's only been like a few hours
That's
since
what I'm
you guys have.
You
done
are a
blood.
terrible DD. Terrible. You have lost the
Steven, go ahead and
anti-vampirism
roll
card.
D20.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
3.
can you tell I've been at work all day? Oh, dear
Okay,
God.
at this point now you notice that Baracus looks incredibly tasty to you.
Dear God.
Go worse than
So
9.55, right? I'm about to get a $10
you were
pay raise.
basically making a wisdom saving throw. So you roll a 3, you said?
That's what it says.
What's a wisdom modifier?
We were gonna know.
0.
Shit.
Third shift.
So at this point now, you begin to draw your dagger. So now the hunger is starting to take over your mind.
You might want to
What?
I'm still
do something.
You don't get shit.
No, they let us go home early for a turn.
Yes, I'm looking at my spells.
Hashtag
Okay.
freeze time.
Was he leaving?
Huh?
He leaving?
So leaving?
I don't
He
know.
left his stuff right there.
I figured he'd at least say goodbye.
I don't know what he was.
Hey, Brandon. You pooping? Okay. He ain't leaving. He's just pooping.
All right.
First off, I roll one of the vials
Taking
to
the
him,
Cosby kids to
Okay.
the pool.
see if it works.
All right.
Which that would probably be a bonus action, wouldn't it?
What's your AC?
Well, I mean, I
real
don't think
quick?
we're fighting, are we?
Just in case.
It's 16.
Okay. Lady Trickfoot's gonna cast the cantrip Friends on you. Roll a roll to save against the DC of it. It's a 15.
Thank you, Phil.
You're welcome, sir.
14.
Wisdom.
0.
That's 7 plus 7.
See, let me look it up real quick to make sure I have it right. But I think Friends is one of those you have to make a Wisdom saving throw. Let's see.
If it's anything else.
Yeah, you might be screwed. Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh, okay. It just grants the person advantage on charisma checks. On all charisma directed at one creature of your choice. I wish I would have known about this earlier. I would have casted it before you tried talking to him.
I didn't want to try to
This
talk
is like
to
a
him.
curtain, ain't it?
She casts Friends. At this point, there's a kind of bit of a not a stupor that goes over Sullivan, but a sort of eerie calm. She's like, "If you want to try to give him the blood, now is the time.
Okay. I give you about the blood.
Tell him to take it."
Open it.
Take it.
No,
I'm definitely
don't
gonna
even
take
give
it.
him the option. Just open that bitch and throw it at him.
No.
No, he can't.
I don't want to see him lick himself.
He's not a dog.
He's
a
hungry
vampire.
He is a hungry vampire.
But vampires still have ribs, unlike dogs.
Still.
Dogs do have ribs,
Anyway.
but you get what I'm getting at.
I
Start
get
the
it.
point.
Red
I
rocket,
open.
red rocket.
Dear God.
Oh my God.
I open the thing of blood and hand it to
Wow.
him.
And
I mean,
You
I'm
take it.
definitely going to take
you
it.
take it. So,
Pizza.
so you take the vial. As you do, you feel your senses come back to you, and you notice the Dark Wizard's blood is on you and on your mouth. So you were
Is the
drinking.
Dark Wizard male or female?
Male. He was the guy that messed up. You were feeding earlier on the Dark Wizard.
So now he is Dark Elf, vampire, with a little bit of Dark Wizard in him. This makes for
Well,
a perfect tell.
half
Fuck
elf.
up.
He's
That
half
doesn't
elf.
matter, Steven.
Now he's tasted mortal blood.
So wait a minute, hold up. If you're only half elf, what's the other half?
That's a good question.
Human would be assumed.
That's the assumption.
You cannot assume anything in D&D land.
It's usually considered half human because an elf would see him and they would call him a half human instead of a half elf.
Because the elves.
Whoops. I just shot that.
But have you ran into an elf that
He has
called
not
him
ran
half
into
human?
it. He has not ran into another elf yet. Oh, he did. He called him an idiot most of the time. So
He never called him a halfling or anything.
It don't count.
So it's not half human. What if he's half lizard folk?
Oh god.
No, I don't think that's
Breathe
the case.
underwater.
He don't have
No,
scales.
He would have to be half human because how else do you contract vampirism? Because the elven side would not. Elves
I look
cannot.
like I'm a master of vampirism prevention.
You said the thirst always
Shit.
wins.
Hey, I said I learned that from Blade, not fucking what happens when an elf and a dark wizard.
So
and
at
a
this point
vampire
now,
all get
you're gonna
together.
have to deal with the daily thing of now you're gonna have to deal with the this blood's kind of a temporary fix now. It's not truly gonna sate you anymore. It's gonna be more human blood. So you're gonna have to keep your hunger in check. So
now we're gonna have to start killing little orphan boys.
or just harvesting blood from the enemies.
Yeah, the
I like that
millions
one
of
better. It makes it sound
bodies
a
we leave
lot
behind.
much more like good guys.
Grim can do that.
That's true. Grim could do that. Brox is now probably looking at his vials, going, "Son of a bitch."
We're gonna have to have a separate pack full of blood vials.
Actually, Stabby, don't you have a bag of
Oh,
holding?
Grim
Hold
can have
on
another
there?
hobby.
Have what?
A bag
Don't
of
move,
holding.
Brandon.
Do it.
Stabby does have a bag of holding, by the way. Just wanted to point that out there.
There is that.
Is it fuzz?
Yeah, from your side.
Basically, it's like a pocket dimension thing. It's inside a bag. It can hold a lot of stuff.
I think it has infinite.
Not infinite. It can hold up to 500 pounds worth of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Not infinite though.
No.
That's only
Hold a
like
lot.
one and a
Hold a
half
lot.
of me.
Anyway.
At this point, are you guys gonna talk about what just happened, or is you now know
Cut off your
that
fuzzies.
Lady Trickfoot has used a spell on you? That's the one thing that once you use the spell, the person that you've used on definitely knows that they have been. Oh crap!
I just got out of this vampire state. I'm gonna.
I goofed that up. Never mind. You're still good. You couldn't have been charmed.
Yeah.
Crap.
Too late now.
It's too late now. Your human side gave in. I'll say that.
Well, wait a minute, hold up. Backing you up, was his vampire prism thing? Vampire prism. Wow, I didn't know it was like a little shape thing. His thirst, was that taken over?
For the most part, but his elven side still keeps him from being able to be charmed or put to sleep.
Are we 100%
Oh no,
positive
you
by
have
that?
you have advantage against saving throws against that. There was not a saving throw for that, so we're okay
Yeah,
there.
so we're
Sorry, good.
Because I was going to
Anyway,
say
I was gonna roll.
the
perception.
vampirism is going to take more effect on the human side, therefore it's going to make the human side stronger.
Yeah, for the most part.
That's
it's-
what we're going to go with. Because it's
No,
a good
it-
idea.
there was no saving throw for that, so he didn't have to.
Lights look funny behind the green screen.
Anyway, I just came out of a tiny coma from the vampirism thing, so I'm gonna roll for perception for my surroundings, and it is a 9. So
9 plus. Remember, you have
12.
superior dark vision, so you can roll for advantage on looking for things.
okay.
So roll a second time, Steven.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
11.
11.
11. You remember from earlier, before you started munching on the Dark Wizard, you look over and you can see off in the distance. You can see what looks to be a storm breaking up over a tiny island far off. You can't tell exactly where it is, but you can see in a certain distance. Like it's a little too far out of your reach.
How tiny of an island?
You're not there.
I'm just floating in outer space, apparently.
Uh,
I'm in a time where time and space do not exist. I'm in the land of the lost. With Chaka. Chaka Chaka. Best part of
Anyway.
that movie.
anyway, so is there anything else you wanted to search for? Did you want to do anything about trying to make any new blood concoctions, anything like that?
Not at the moment.
Because I mean,
We do need to figure out how to
Absolutely.
signal the other guys, though,
Okay,
since we're done.
so
Which, granted, aren't we heading to where they are?
well, yeah.
Mostly.
Well, I mean, they don't know. You guys don't know that though.
I
No,
mean,
what were we heading towards where?
Yeah, you guys
yeah,
are.
we can still walk toward the ship and meet them halfway.
Well, yeah, I was saying, but like they saw
Oh,
that
second
storm
then?
pop up from your location, but you guys don't know.
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
You're like,
Oh, so Baracus and then don't know that.
Yeah, that's
because
what.
you dropped the stone earlier, so that way they wouldn't be affected by the sleep spell.
Yeah, so
I said that. That's what.
I want to know.
you could
but-
use. Didn't you have a fire spell do like a fireball or something?
What do you mean? Well, true.
Oh,
You could shoot that straight up in the air like a flare.
you want to go through the super?
Firebolt.
Alright, so you're gonna shoot a firebolt up in the sky.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this,
You
dude.
shoot up in the sky, and it sparks off an embers like almost. And as you do that, you're just like, all right, let's see what happens.
Let's
At this point, you notice the lich has now come back out of his of his cave, and he's just like, what in the hell happened out here? Like, what happened? Sorry, I was doing the ball voice for some reason. What's happened? What happened out here?
Pretty sure it was a fae.
Fae?
Mhm.
I know of only one Fae near here.
Is it a naked fish lady?
Clothes sometimes, but
Sometimes.
what did she look like?
A naked fish lady.
Big tits and scales.
That doesn't entirely give me enough information. What did she look like?
You were the only one that really saw her up close besides Tanner, too.
And there's the other person,
Lady Trickfoot.
Lady Trickfoot.
He goes, I need more
Lady,
description.
I'm like, Lady Trickfoot, please give him a better description than I can. That's the only way I can describe it. I'm a guy, and I saw a
I
naked
don't
fish
know.
lady.
She had tattoos and...
In other words, what he is saying is he's a guy and all he saw was tits.
Yes.
Sorry for that to be so degrading.
Like, she looked kind of young, and that's the point. You see the lich looks at her and goes, she's not young. Glamour. She's disguising herself. What her true form is. What did your friend do?
Gave her silk.
He gave her a gift.
Mm-hmm. Right after she gave him a vial.
Oh boy. That's really bad to that specific Fae. She's a little fickle.
Yeah, Tanner.
She's kind of crazy.
Look, there's nothing an ex-girlfriend of mine can't do. I got rid of some crazy ones. It's okay. I'm a dwarf in this world, so I'll be alright.
Okay, I have to ask. How long ago did this happen?
Maybe
A month and a
a
half.
couple seconds.
So moments ago. Okay, that was all the commotion was. Like, it was silence and it was commotion. I was checking.
She used a sleep spell on me.
Oh. Yes, she does have that spell. We usually trade spells from time to time, trade scrolls out and
So
talk.
you know where she's at.
I don't know where she lives. She comes to me. I don't leave home.
So I guess you can say you're a home buddy.
But he looks and he's like, okay. I don't know where she lives, but I can tell you one thing about her. She's incredibly dangerous. Your friend is in danger. I know.
Do you know of any way to gain her favor? Like anyone she cares
You
about?
do this
or...
and you let her shoot a gun.
He goes, I can't believe I'm asking you this, but is
I know you've
your
seen this
friend
video.
attractive?
He's a dwarf.
Hey, I'm a sexy motherfucker.
He goes, oh, a dwarf. Oh, he's doomed. Well, she does like muscles, though. Does he have muscles at least?
Yes. And he's very hairy.
Yes.
Like a Viking. Only smaller.
He goes,
By the way, that description was not an insult. What I said earlier.
he might have a chance. She has a thing for that. But
I'm getting laid by a fish lady.
her true form is quite hideous, so...
Hey, you know, beauty's only a light switch away.
The main thing your friend must do is to not insult her. The main thing your friend has to do, he has to find a way to not insult her, because most Fae is usually punishable by death. For her,
Can you do that?
Pretty
she's
sure he doesn't
quite, especially with her friend that lives there.
Friend?
She's got a friend, Tanner.
Yes. I've never seen him, but I know he's aquatic.
She got a guy friend.
Now,
Did you say he was aquatic?
Yes.
I'm gonna put that bitch in a jar after I drink some whiskey. Or Advil, whatever the fuck it is I got. I'm a fucking dwarf pirate. I got some kind of alcohol with me.
He goes at this point, he goes, I don't know what else to say to try to help with this.
Yeah, he
Is there
doesn't
anything
know
else?
a lot about Faye.
Ask him where I'm at!
We did.
He did. He didn't
Okay,
know.
just making sure.
He goes,
Well, technically, we asked who the person was who has you.
I could scribe for him. Do you have anything of his that's around here?
There's an axe on the ground.
The silk that is on every one of your bodies.
Oh, yeah, there's that. There's that.
The axe he owns, though.
Yeah, the axe is still on the
Technically,
ground.
I own the silk as well. I handed it to him to hold because I didn't have enough room. But you know what? Y'all can have that. Merry Christmas. I don't.
I'm sure you would like your axe back too.
I
So.
better get my motherfucking ass.
So you pick up the axe and you bring it over to him, and he begins to form a scrying ritual over it.
That's one nice fucking kitty.
Okay. Let's see. He's gonna roll for advantage on this.
That's a really
'cause-
cat. That's one
Okay,
fucking nice
I'm gonna
kitty
take
right
that
there.
roll. As he begins to materialize over that, you now see an image, like an almost shimmering image, feature over the axe, and you, as you look into it, you can see Tywin lying in a dark cave. The cave is hollowed out, and you see a pool of water in it. It's very damp in there, but you can hear almost wind coming through a tiny bit. And you can see Tywin lying completely unconscious, and you see...
Probably snoring like a dwarf, like that.
Yeah, he's doing that. And at this point, though, you notice that the image starts to get weaker, and you see something coming towards the image. And you see a mossy covered hand just completely destroy the image. And he goes, "Damn her, she spelled it."
As I said, is there anyone she cares about?
Well, there's one.
Okay.
She is a fae of type. Her name is Nepeta. She's staying on a boat on the northern shore, last I heard.
I know a Nepeta, but I also know a Pfeffery.
Damn it. Alright, I'm sorry, I was going with the aquatic named one.
Yeah, he gets their names mixed
Whatever,
up.
it's Pfeffery, whatever.
I helped you create them.
Well, I'm sorry. Fine, it's Pfeffery, I messed up. Sorry everybody, I goofed there.
Hashtag DM fuck up.
Tanner disadvantage.
Bro, I am in La La Land in a cave.
On the next turn you have...
Next time.
Yeah,
on
next
Quest
time.
and Quips.
Next month, join in to see my disadvantage.
At this point now, you see the ship has pulled up, and you see Grim holding on to different parts of the sails, and he's like, he was working them, going back and forth.
See, the fire worked.
And you see Braun, he's like, "Hey!"
Where does I go?
he's like, "You're funny, dude." Wait, which eye is it?
You're the right one.
Oh shit! Oh!
This pirate.
You didn't expect that, did you?
Oh no! Oh god, where is it? Hey, where's that guy Tywin? Does he have any like silk I can borrow?
Nope.
He's not here.
Oh, he's not here.
He technically proposed to a Fae.
To Greta?
No.
Oh, Greta?
No. Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh shit, he's dead.
Not necessarily.
No sailors ever come back from that one, my friend.
We have something.
You better have something good because I hear from
Someone she cares about.
I hear it's like so bad at some points, like he's gonna have like, his life force drained out.
Good thing I'm a dwarf. There's not much there.
So you better hope your friend's flattering to her too. Like I heard, the more of a dick you are, the less likely you last. So anyway, we got a ship.
Too bad he's not here to hear that.
What?
No, I'm right here.
He goes, so, why is there a dead guy?
Because I fucked
People
him up.
died.
Oh, shit.
Because he's dead.
I'm surprised you didn't point out the giant zombie.
Oh, shit, it's a zombie. I'm sorry, I can only see in one side.
Wait, who's navigating?
Let's just get on the ship and go.
Grim was navigating. We need to get your friend. He's about to die. Let's get on the ship. Let's get on the ship. Let's go.
Go.
Let's go.
So everybody gets on the ship, and as they're taking off, you're heading towards the island with a bit of mist almost all around it now.
Seems like a
And
good place
that
to
is
stop.
this place to stop for now. And we are taking a short break and going into the next campaign for Dungeons and D-Holes. So please stay tuned for that.
That's
and
on
go
Pet
to
Farms.
Pet Farms channel. Sorry, Pet Farms channel. Without further ado, I'm Mark.
I'm Steven.
I'm JJ.
Brandon.
Kenny.
I'm Tanner.
See you guys.